so much fun whenever they get together.
Wonderful shot by Raza, and this is where experience comes in. Paul, on that occasion, pulling that one down, and Raza, with the full knowledge that Simmons is pretty straight at long on, and the man at the mid-wicket boundary is quite away from Simmons as well, and he was able to just pick a spot and put it for 4, and that is key. When you get a bad ball, you must take advantage if the runs are drying up.
Yeah, quality players on this pitch. You don't have much space for error. So someone such as Raza, who's ideal for this type of position to bat through the middle overs, he can work the ball and he can also pick up the boundaries when you're off your line. So he definitely, like I said, he's set in a good position. Hopefully the guys around him can bat and put on some partnerships, which will take them to a decent score. I'm sure, and as I said, I know they will be looking for something in the region of 180, 200.
Yes, and you're speaking about working the ball, and that is exactly what he did. After hitting a 4, he was able to work the ball nicely into the gap and get 2.
Yeah, it seems to be very similar to Dinesh Ramdin. Very, he seems to have a very good eye, works the ball on both sides of the wicket, and if you're off, he's going to put it away.
He continues to pick up the singles, and that's so important. It's 2020 cricket. You don't have to hit away every delivery. You pick up the singles, 3 or 4 and over. You get a bad delivery, and all of a sudden you've gotten 8 or 9 runs off the over.
Yeah, and he understands that. And the wicket is as such. You get good value because it's a very good wicket. The ball comes onto the batter, and I've seen some really, really good shots without much power, just pure timing, and they have all gotten good value for it. So. Very good one-day wicket, and the outfield is pretty fast as well.
Good delivery by Powell on this occasion, but of course the field set back, and Raza being able to get a single.
91 for 3 after 10 overs. We're at the halfway mark now. Hopefully we, and I say we as in the Indian Lions, I know they will be looking to put in a few good overs here to put some pressure on the US All-Stars. And I'm sure young Raza will have different plans. He would probably want to, keep the run rate going. And
so welcome back. Thank you, Marv. Thank you, Vinod. It's 91 for 3, make that 92 for 3. We're into the second 10. 59 balls remaining. With 59 balls remaining, it's 92 for 3. Delhara is on 9. Hassan Raza's, he's on 18. As we watch Camelus Alexander, former Windward Island first-class player. Dilhara, the man on strike, he's on 9. It's 18 to Raza. And ball driven up towards long off. They go through for 1. So welcome back, Ivor Henry. We're beginning to see a nice little partnership here between Hassan Raza, who has played at the Pakistan international level at one time. And of course, Dilhara, he's on 10. He's had a lot of batting to do. Oh, it beats the man a backward point. That's Lendl Simmons. And it goes away for 4 off the bat of Hassan Raza. He goes up to 22. And take the score up to 97 for 3. A good-looking shot, beating Simmons for 4.
Yes, indeed. And they're inching towards the 100 mark there. They're going at a good clip, 9.1. And Simmons, he has nursing a back injury, but at the same time, when he's wheeling the willow like he would have done last night, no signs of any injury. He batted with Ricardo Powell in tandem. They did a beautiful job.
So a projected score of 182, 56 balls remaining. Raza is on 22. He's batted well. And now he picks up his 23rd run, and a good man to bat in the middle here in a time when they would have lost a couple of quick wickets. Dilhara is on 10. He is supported well. And a partnership of 33. 55 balls still to be bowled as Camelus Alexander. Ball driven straight down the ground. So they're beginning to score 6 and 7 and over, and all because of some singles and twos along the ground. Ivor?
Yes, they're playing it right. There's a lot of wickets still in the hut, 7 of them, and we're just about the halfway mark. And just how many? 11 overs. So we've gone past the halfway mark, and the projected score, like you said, it's 180. I'm going to give them a little bit more than that if they're not going to be losing wickets.
So Ricardo Powell, 2 overs, no made, none for 21. Let's look at some bowling figures here as we get a chance. Santoki, 2 overs, no made, 1 for 15. Elmore, 2 overs, no made, none for 26. He is taking some stick. Danza Hyatt, 1 for 11. He got 1 wicket. And then Kamalas Alexander, 3 overs, no made, 1 for 19. Sonny Patel, his first over cost him 7 as Ricardo Powell continues. And Dilhara gets a good ball, turns it into the onside. And they go through quickly for a single. So that brings up the 100 here for U.S. All-Stars. They're batting at 100 for 3. With Hassan Raza on 23 not out. Dilhara is on 12. And the partnership between the pair has gone up to 35 valuable runs. And Ricardo Powell continues. He's bowling at none for 22 at the moment. Make that none for 23. And Hassan Raza on 24. Dilhara on 12. And it's 101 for 3. And I think we will welcome Audley into the box. 101 for 3, Audley.
Looking very good so far for the Indian All-Stars?
U.S. All-Stars.
Oh, U.S. All-Stars. U.S. All-Stars, sorry.
So Indian Lions takes on U.S. All-Stars. Al Masafi has already played themselves into the final. So the winner here will play Al Masafi, the Afghan team. So ball turned into the onside. We're beginning to see smart batting here from Raza and Dilhara Audley. They have now put on 38-run partnership, and we haven't seen blazing shots, but runs along the carpet beginning to add up here.
They're doing exactly what is needed right now.
And there goes another single. So good batting here from Dilhara and Hassan Raza. Raza is on 25. Dilhara is on 14. We've got 49 balls remaining.
And I must say the pitch is still looking very shine.
So ball driven towards the offside. Santoki comes across. Single was always on. And so Ivor, 12 gone. It's 105 for 3. 48 balls to be bowled.
Very, very good over there by the youngster, Ricardo Powell, captain. And we're saying that they're holding the rein. They would have started off in a canter, scoring some 60-odd runs in the first power play. But now I think that they're holding the reins. But this is the second of 2 semifinals, and I can't help but saying it. The winner stays, and the loser goes home.
So Raza on 26 will be the man on strike. Kamalas Alexander. Right arm leg spinner, bowled well last night. And in fact, along with Sonny Patel and Ricardo Powell, perhaps I'm missing a player who would have taken 3 wickets. There were 9 wickets taken in the game, 3 by Kamalas. In fact, Lopez is the man, 3 by Carlitos Lopez, and certainly 3 by Sonny Patel. Ball tugged into the onside, short ball, and turning away. And Hassan picks up 27. And oddly, you've got to be impressed here by the partnership of Dilhara and Hassan. It's 41 now.
Very steady, I must say, very steady. They are doing exactly what is needed at the moment for the team.
So 46 balls remaining. Alexander continues. Oh, no elevation. They get a single. And while, of course, we're coming down to the latter part here, 45 balls remaining. At some point, they may have to take a couple of risks here to try to speed things up.
Well, it's a good wicket. This one is flicked off the pad very nicely. They're going to be running a relaxing 2 as the throw comes in now to wicketkeeper Dennis Ramden. Take the total on up now to 109. Razak is on 29 from 22 deliveries. And the other batter, 15 from 18. What's his first name?
So ball cut away nicely here by Dilhara. Will pick up a single. Single will take him up to 16. Raza is on 28. And in fact, they'll make that 2. So 2 off the bat of Dilhara. He goes up to 17, I think it is, and the score goes up to 110 for 3.
Yeah, 1 overthrow there, well needed. I would assume that once it reaches like the 15th over, we'll see some buccaneering type of batting by the batters because they are setting the pace. Make sure that the opponents will never get the total.
Yes, well, it's 1-1-1. The Nelson is on the board for 3 wickets. Batsman is driving into the offside, goes to the man in the extra cover region, can't score. Dot goes into the scorer's book. So we have completed some 13 overs, 7 more to go, and 7 wickets in the hut for the US All-Stars, having
current strike rate, 8.5. Still impressive.
Right, so the US All-Star, they would have won the toss, called right, and elected to bat, so they're setting a target, and they're doing pretty good at this time. They can launch maybe in the next 2 overs or so. They're keeping wickets in the hut, but Ricardo Powell and the boys, an experience set on the field, they're going to try to hold the reins. Remember, I'm going to keep saying this. To get into the semi-finals was hard work. Yesterday was all quarterfinals. Now to get to the finals, it's not going to be any easy picking. Both teams deserve to be here. They are here. But somebody has got to win. Somebody has got to lose. That's why they set it as a 2020. There is no draw in the 2020 format. So winner stays and loser go home. This is one out pitch outside the leg stump. A quick hit, if you would ask me, if you would have hit the pad. In the meantime, the batters would have crossed for 1, so we're off the Nelson, and we're gone to 112 for the loss of 3 wickets.
Can I ask what followed the Nelson?
Spring. Nelson Spring. Batsman gets on the back foot, punches to extra cover. Can't score.
Or some of the
Batsman gets on the back foot, punches out. The man from the deep mid-wicket area runs in the mid-on area, picks up. The batters, in the meantime, ambles through for a single. 113 for 3. So Patel right arm bowling over the wicket. This one is punching past the man at point and past the short third man and down to the boundary for 4.
beautiful late cut. Once it passed that fielder, it was going to be 4 all the way. Someone was shouting when I asked Ivor what follows Nelson, and someone was saying Mandela.
Well, he's right. 117 for 3.
Well, I know in Nevis we have a place we call Nelson Spring, so I went back home into little tiny 36 square mile island of Nevis.
So ball on the leg stump here, a wide signal by the umpire, so that'll take the score up to 118 for 3. Still 38 balls remaining.
And Nelson Spring comes, if you know your history, Horatio Nelson. He would have landed right there with Nevis, and we called the place Nelson Spring where he landed.
So Patel continues right arm next spinner. He asks his question. Oh, he's gone. So Hassan, in fact, Dilhara goes. He falls for 21. Leg before up the bowling of Sonny Patel. It's 118 for 4.
And as usual, it wouldn't be long before I take a wicket while I sit in this seat. It's been happening time and time again. It's the commentator's curse for some one of the batters. I have not sat here on resumption and would have batted out 3 overs before a wicket would have fallen. But the batter think he was hard done. He thought he was a good way down the wicket. But that's not saving you any these days, because the projected pathway of the ball, even if he hit you halfway down the wicket, if the umpire has a good eye and he thinks he would hit the stump, he would go ahead and raise that dreaded finger. We do not have the television review here system today. We do not have the hotspot or anything like that, but the umpire in his wisdom thought, although he was dancing down the wicket, got hit about 3/4 way down the wicket, he thought he was plumb LBW oddly.
Ivor, in that case, with your sort of a record, and if I was a captain of the opposing team, I would demonstrate against having you in the commentator's box, because you're going to take wickets.
They don't have a choice. That's the beauty wonderful thing about it. But I've taken quite a bit of wickets while I'm sitting here, I can tell you that.
Yes.
And Audie, well, while we have a break in the play itself, how was your Thanksgiving?
Oh, it was wonderful. I spent my Thanksgiving up in Atlanta. And, yeah, food, and more food. And here I'm back in South Florida.
Well, I feel like the Lone Ranger here. I'm sitting between two family men who decided that Thanksgiving is a family day, and they're going to take the day, and either you have to do the bulk of the work. I had no choice but to be here. But indeed, I am a family man.
I owe you, Ivor.
So 37 balls remaining here. Amar Ula comes to the middle. He joins Hassan Raza. Raza is on 32. And Sonny Patel has gotten his first wicket. He's bowling at 1 for 4. So we are in over number 14 being bowled here by Patel, and Ula gets a good ball. Ball goes bouncing out towards the offside, and he can score. And Audley and Ivor, just to give you a sense of some of the big scores in this tournament, and you look at the top 5 batsmen with the most runs of the tournament so far. We are into the final 2 matches. We've got Rizwan Chima with 198 runs. In fact, yesterday he slammed 122, so 198 for him. He stands at the top of the heap. Humayun Farhat, the brother of Imran Farhat, Pakistani international, 198 runs. And he has no future in this tournament anyway, so both Rizwan Chima and Farhat, they're gone. Both of their teams are knocked out. Even Brian Gale, number 3, with 178 runs. He has no future in this tournament. His team is knocked out. Hamza Tariq, 122 runs in this tournament. He's gone also. Rohan Mohite, 118 runs in this tournament. He is gone. And when you look at some of the alive players here, Hassan Raza, he stands on 114. So if Hassan Raza perhaps gets up to a 70 or 80 here today, he could be the man leading the most runs category. Also, Gajanan Singh, he needed 84 today. He got among the runs, but not enough. And also, we see Jaskran Malhotra. He needed 72 to at least get into the top 5. He failed today. And we'll take a look at what Simmons needs to do and what Powell needs to do and what Taylor needs to do if they want to be in the heap of the top 5 runs getter in the U.S. Open 2016 series.
So it seems like we're going to have a bowling change. Santoki is at the top of his bowling mark. Umpire Samuels checking something there with the batsmen. They are in... Oh, the cameraman was in front. Naughty. So they would have get that sorted out over at the far end, where the cameraman was behind the bowler's arm, and the batter...
No.
The batter would have none of that. And Santoki coming back for his second spell, but he would not have a 4-over spell like we would have seen in the previous game with one such bowler.
Yes, Ivor, you're talking about Gulbadin Naib, and I suspect when they come to play the final here later on, watch out for another 4-over spell from Gulbadin. The plan has worked, and I'm pretty sure they'll take whatever has worked, especially in the semi-final, to get into the final. 119 for 4 here. Hassan Raza is on 32 not out. He has batted well. And Santoki bowling at 2.1, 1 for 15 so far.
Yes, so Santoki with that left arm bowling over the wicket, and the batsman is getting some will on this, playing out to the cover point. The man from the backward point runs to his right, picks up. In the meantime, the batters would cross for 1. The score goes on to 119 for 4. Brings the newcomer Yula on strike, and he will be facing Santoki. Santoki would have bowled 2.2 overs, 17 runs, and he's in the W column. W here means wicket.
So 34 balls remaining here. Ula is yet to get off the mark. He's faced 1 ball. Hassan Raza is on 33. He has batted well, the captain Hassan Raza. And as we made mention just the other day, ball going down the leg side will be called a wide. And as we mentioned, we have mentioned during the course of this tournament, the man Hassan Raza on record he holds a very distinctive record as being one of the youngest players to have played Test cricket, 14 days and 227 days.
Yes, indeed. And again, we just want to say high praises to Paul Mott for doing all the hard works behind the scene, and sometimes we tend to not mention the guys who you're not seeing or hearing, and we just have to say that scoreboard you're looking at, look as pretty as can be, and that's the way to go. We are moving on up, so we are moving on up like the Jeffersons. Even with ESPN, you can view the cricket if you're not in the vicinity of the Central Broward Regional Park.
So 33 balls remaining here is Santoki. Oh, that's a big shot. Good looking shot here from Ula. It clears the playing area, goes up to straight mid wicket, and that's a big shot from Ula. He goes up to 6. It's 126 for 4.
Yes, so getting off the mark with a 6 is telling me that the batter has all the confidence in the world, and he's not playing the name, but he's playing that 5.5-ounce leather.
So a good looking shot here from Amar Ula. He goes up to 6. And ball turned into the offside, can't score. And that's the irony of cricket here. We saw Amar Ula using up some balls, yet to get off the mark. And with one scoring shot, he's striking at a very high strike rate. It's 126 for 4, 31 balls still to be bowled. And if you've just missed what has happened earlier on, Gajanan Singh, he made 33. Jaskaran without scoring. Akeem Dotson for 20. Dilhara for 21. And you're looking on your screen here. Amar Ula, he goes up to 7. Hassan Raza on 33. It's 127 for 4.
Yes, I've come to the end of another Santoki over. He has put number 3 in the bank, and Audi has gone for 24 runs for his lone wicket.
Yeah, not Santoki's like, usually he's very tight and very hard to get away. But this time he has conceded 8 per over. Yeah. And you mentioned the scorers, Ivor. I had it for my next item. They're working feverishly behind the scene. Very impressive. Just sometimes when you look at the screen.
And there's a swing and there's a loud appeal by Dennis Ramdin, and he's thinking and hoping that there was a nick on that one, but the umpire is unmoved. He did not see a thing, he didn't hear a thing. So all the jubilation was all in vain for Ramdin. He was jumping like a spring chicken, still one of the better keepers in all of the Caribbean and probably worldwide. I can tell you that. Very unfortunate he's not on one of the West Indies team. I always thought that Ramdin should have been the ODI captain for West Indies. He's a tactical guy. He has a good cricketing head. He has a good cricket brain. So I think somewhere along the line they would have missed out.
Yes. So I was saying, Mr. David Maitland also. At times when we look at the screen, before we know it, the run was already added. We're waiting for the runs to be added. We had to ask. It was already added. Very impressive, our scores.
Yes, workmanlike, hard-working David Maitland. Been here since Thursday, so he joins me. We don't have a family. And this one is going aerial, but one bounce to the sweeper cover. He aborted the attempted catch. He did the right thing. He could have probably gone all the way, and the ball may have passed him. But earlier in the day, we would have seen an injury, and I had a talk with the young man, and he's in quite a bit of pain. You can see his shoulder all swollen, but he was on his way to the hospital. Let's hope that he is okay.
Well, also let's hope he is covered by Obamacare.
Well, and go past that, Audi will tell you, let's hope he's in the hands of the Lord.
Amen.
So it's 128 for 4. We are in over number 16, being bowled here by Sunny Patel.
And for the viewers, we know when we get off the cricket, you're not missing any cricket because it's been streamlined live thanks to ESPN coming on board in this, the 8th year of the U.S. Cricket Council USA tournament.
So Patel continues, comes into bowl to Ula. Ula gets a ball outside the off stump, turning away. He doesn't play. And that completes over number 16. It's 129 for 4. 24 balls remaining. Ula is on 8. Hassan Raza is on 34. And we've got some 24 balls remaining. And oddly, just coming back here to the work done by David and our scoring staff here, They have certainly been efficient and very effective. And yes, you're right on that. The part of good scoring is anticipating when you see a ball going to the far areas of the cricket ground, start scoring twos, start scoring fours. And I think that's what exactly good scoring is, anticipating. And that is why signals from the umpires has to be very precise and very clear. There's something that the umpires refer to as pre-signals, in that, for example, a ball comes off the pad, you're not too sure if it came off the pad or the bat, but you see runs are being run in the middle. Some umpires, or most umpires, will start to give you an indication of what has happened. They'll start touching their leg. So you as a scorer, while you wait until play stops, you will already know that, get ready, this is a leg by. I know this umpire very well and I know his style. So 24 balls remaining, make that 23. It's 131 for 4.
Indeed, you are so right. You are so right. There is a car show going on the outside. For those who you're here watching cricket or you want to go and enjoy the car show that's going on, you can come on down if you're viewing and you're a fan of beautiful cars, classic cars and so forth. Come on down and view the car show.
So Ricardo Powell, he comes back for another spell,
and yes, he's been bowling on both ends, and he's trying to work the magic, and he's doing it the Darren Ganga way, I would say, keeping you guessing. Don't know who's going to come next, but he's been trying everything. He's been bowling over the wicket, he's bowling around the wicket. He has not jumped over the stump and bowled. So Ricardo Powell, captain in hand. We saw an captain's inning last night. That's how he got to here. He and Lyndon Simmons put on a show to show you what batting and getting out of a hole, the way to do it. So any schoolboy who were looking last night, I'm sure they got a lesson, and they got it through ESPN last night.
So Raza is on 35. Captain of U.S. All-Stars. Leading from the front, it's 131 for 4. We've got 20 balls remaining. The winner here plays Al Masafi, the Afghan team. And in fact, the Afghan team, Ivor and Audley, they have returned back to their hotel to just perhaps to get some much needed rest, and they'll return here when this match is over.
Yes, and we're expecting to see a good finals. I think the better teams are here, and I'm going to say it again. The winner stays, and the loser goes home.
So 4 out of the 5 teams are in the semifinals from Group 1. And in fact, only Miami Sharks missing from the 5 franchise team group. And in fact, the competition this year was set up in such a way that all 5 teams in Group 1 would have advanced automatically to the QF stage, the quarterfinal stage. And so only Miami Sharks missing out on an opportunity to be playing here on this Sunday.
Yeah, they were replaced by the Dark Horse, Al Masafi, and we are saying they're in with a good chance. They're going to be well rested to take on the weary legs of whoever gets past this semi-final.
So Sonny Patel bowling at 1 for 17 off 3. He's bowled well, and in fact the other night, as we made mention, along with Carlito Lopez, Alexander, and Sonny Patel, they got 3 wickets each, and it was the man Sonny Patel who created a lot of problems and didn't seem to be understood by the batsman. And so now he comes in bowling at 1 for 18. This is his final over. 17 balls remaining. Ula, the man on strike, he's on 9, and we've seen a partnership of 16.
Yes, as Patel comes in, right, and he's swinging this one. He's getting a good hold of it. Yes, no, maybe. And he spills it, and it's rolling back. Did he go into the boundary board? We'll watch and wait. In the meantime, the batters would have crossed for 2.
I think that was a great attempt by the fielder down there, just missing out, and the ball went by, maybe in the boundary, waiting on the umpire.
No, they settled for 2. The umpire is satisfied that he did not touch the rope while he was touching the ball, So not a boundary there.
So 135 for 4, 16 balls remaining. An attempted cut goes through to Dinesh Ramden. Score remains at 135 for 4, 15 balls remaining. Lots of wicket in hand here. And UL Star perhaps would want to accelerate. Ula and Hassan Raza. Raza is the set batsman.
One wide.
But he's typically a stroke player more than anything else. 136 on the board. We've got 15 balls still remaining here as Ula and Hassan Raza battles Indian Lions. Indian Lions, of course, led by Ricardo Powell. And a well put together squad.
Beach cricket, bump ball, shouts coming from the crowd, but not out.
So we're here at the Central Broward Regional Park, international playing facility. And the ground, oh, that's a big shot here from Ula. He clears the wideish long on area. It goes a long way. It's out of the park. And it goes for a maximum here. He goes up to 17. It's 142 for 4.
Yes, that's a big shot. That's a big man shot. I'm telling you, he got maximum. He would have tried it earlier in the over, but he didn't get past the square leg. He didn't get over, he said, but this time he got all of it with these big heavy bats that they have this year.
So 13 balls remaining. Here is Patel. That's a better ball. Makes a good comeback. Ula remains on 17. The partnership has gone up to 25. So 12 balls remaining. And oddly, it's 143 for 4. In fact, 142 for 4 with a projected score of 158, 12 balls remaining.
Yes, that 6 moments ago, that was one of those that would have deserved the 8 if there was such a thing. You know, but real big hit. I know the projection is 158, but with 12 deliveries to go, I'm going to say they'll be hovering at 170. 12 deliveries, I'm saying 170. Regarding the Afghanistan team, you know, once when we hear the name Afghanistan, is always associated with Al-Qaeda or Taliban and so forth. Now it's totally different. When we hear about Afghanistan, we're talking about cricket, the great uniter, you know, uniting the people. And it's good to see that they are playing not just cricket, but great international cricket.
Yes, oddly. So 12 balls remaining. Chris Santoki has been given the ball. 3 overs, no made, none, 1 for 24. And so 12 balls remaining here. It's 142 for 4. And yes, oddly, you're right on that. Outside of the 10 test playing nation, all the way from Australia to Zimbabwe, you've got a pair of 2 top teams playing good cricket these days. And of course, you know where I'm going with this. One of them being Afghanistan and the other being Ireland. So if ever the way the setup is, it wouldn't be long before both Afghanistan or perhaps Ireland and even Scotland be granted full one-day international status. And so you're right on that. Amidst the certainly the problems, the civil problems that Afghanistan has, and with the whole issue of how unsafe the Middle East and certainly Asia has become, one suspect that one of the bright things about Afghanistan is that the cricket team has arose and have climbed the associate ladder quite well in quick time.
Mm-hmm. And one of the things with the Afghanistan team that I have in common is Captain Mohammed Nabi. We share birthday, not the same year, but New Year's Day.
And not too long ago, a couple of weeks ago, oddly, on that same note, we saw the Nepali national team here in the United States. They were in Texas, and they won the 2X series out at Musa Stadium. So we're beginning to see some of the associate playing nations coming into U.S.-based tournament.
Yes.
So ball played up towards a wide-ish third man area, trying to get an improvised shot in, a shot that goes not horribly wrong, but certainly not quite well. And they pick up a couple of runs at 145 for 4.
What went horribly wrong there was the overthrow. It was very unnecessary. But oddly say his birthday is on the 1st of the year. I don't think I want to be having a birthday on the 1st of the year. When that first day would have gone in the year, you have to wait until the whole of next year for another birthday. My word.
So 9 balls remaining here. Ula is on 19. 38 to Hassan Raza. A big swing and a miss. And now they will go through for what could be a leg bye. We'll wait and see. In fact, bye is the call. And as we have alluded to during the course of our broadcast here in a couple of days, that's a fielding error.
Yes.
Not going against the bowler. It's a bye.
Yeah, but I can tell you what happened there, because Lyndon Simmons is reserving his strength for the batting, because if he would have been more alert and aggressive, he would have prevented that single.
So 8 balls remaining, and I wonder if we're having any athletics today.
Well, we have to get to Trini to get some noise starting outside, because that's how it started last night, with a big argument who was quicker. And like we said, 2 horses in the race, somebody has got to come second. You were saying last, but it was a first and a second.
So Indian Lions battling U.S. All-Stars. The news, Al Masafi is into the final. We see what a weird way to get the ball back to the bowler. Lyndon Simmons, that wide third man, throws the ball all the way to long on, all the way to the fence. And then that ball comes back to Santoki. Never seen one of that. And
he had to stare down from the umpires like, are you deliberately wasting my time?
Oh, we've got to be careful in these days of international cricket. Oh, cut away. Nice looking shot. Driven through the offside from Hassan Raza. And he picks up another boundary. It's 150 for 4.
Yes, Santoki guilty of over-pitching there, going full to the bat. He has got to hit the turf. And we are asking the question now. Would this be the last delivery we are seeing in the tournament from Santoki? We'll have to watch and wait. He'll have to win this game to get into the finals. If not, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to ask him to take a bow. So the 20th over is going to be coming up now. It's going to be bowled by, we're going to check that in a minute. But in the meantime, the 150 has come up on the board. And like I said, the U.S. All-Star would have won the toss, elected to bat, trying to pose a total. So we're still looking to see who's going to be bowling. Oh, Danza Hyatt. Every time he comes down to bowl, as of last night, he was always in the wicket column. Already he's in the wicket column, getting a wicket, I think, was with his first ball.
Yes.
Yes, and now Ricardo Powell has entrusted everything into the hands of Danza Hyatt. Known for his batting, but he had a possible hat-trick last night.
A little change where Hyatt is concerned. Now he's known by his exploit as a bowler.
So 6 balls remaining here, 150 for 4. So Ola is on 19. We've seen a partnership of 32. Here is Danza Hyatt. Oh, wide outside the off stump. Not a good start here, but certainly a good one for U.S. All-Stars. They still will have to face 6 balls. They have 1 added to their score, 151 for 4.
So just let me correct that. When I said last night, I mean his last game, which would have been a Friday.
So 151 for 4. The projected score of 160. 160, 150, 160 has been the par score on this ground since Thursday. A shot here by Ula goes wrong. And a dot ball here from Danza Hyatt. So he has started the final over. 5 balls remaining. It's a 151 for 4.
And he's trying to keep it within the ropes. I'm sure that's the instructions he got from Captain Ricardo Powell. Keep it within the ropes. If you're going to give 6 singles, we still have to chase under 160. And he's trying his work.
So Danza Hyatt, 30-plus first-class representation for Jamaica in regional cricket. And again, outside the off-stump, another wide.
Just before this wide, the batter attempted a dill scoop, but he misses completely.
Well, we have seen the ram scoop that we had the other night, so we'll have to give him a name.
Yes, we see Sai Ramesh playing the Ramesh scoop or the Ram scoop.
Yeah, the Ram scoop.
We called it the Ram scoop the other night.
Yes, and he was richly rewarded with a boundary.
So 152 for 4, 5 balls remaining. Ula goes swinging towards the onside. There's protection out there. It appears to be Elmore Hutchison. He brings it in. It's only a single. It's 153 for 4. So 4 balls remaining here. Dan's a high 3 in the over so far.
It would appear as if we're going to be falling very low below my projection of 170.
Too early to call. Still have 4 deliveries.
You're right, Ivor.
Dan's ahead. He's been bowling tightly ever since in this tournament. He's only human, so let's see if something's going to give way. The law of average would say he has to give up something.
So Raza continues to bat well in this tournament. He has crossed the 50 a couple of times, and now he's not far away from a 50, but may not have the opportunity or the balls to really get to that. He goes up to 43. It's 154 for 4.
So should I sit or should I remain sitting or should I stand?
Well, I think you can sit for this one because we're just 3 balls away. And so he may not be afforded the privilege of really moving on to get 50. He's 7 away with 3 balls remaining. And the fact is, he's not on strike. So Ola, he's on 20. Oh, that's a big shot. That could clear long on. In fact, it does. Stephen Taylor looks up, and it goes overhead. And it goes for a 6. A well-played shot here from Ola. He goes up to 26, 160 for 4.
Okay, so 2 balls to reach 170. 2 balls, 2 sixes.
Can be done. A 6 and a 4.
So Dan's a high at number 5. A couple of balls remaining here. 10 in the over so far. And certainly a good over so far for U.S. All-Stars. Indian Lions would certainly like none of it. And a ball outside the off-stump beats Ramdin, and it goes away.
There's your 4. And so there's your 4 order. You just need a 6.
Just
and
need a 6.
Buys. And this one went to the legs of Ramdin. And I can say now, I'm going to count this as my second batter who stalled in the 40s. So I can say.
So 164 for 4.
You got that?
So last ball coming up, 14 in the over. Certainly not a good one here for Indian Lions. Amar Ula on 26, a partnership of 46. Final ball coming up. Here is Dan Zahayat. He runs in from the CBRB Pavilion end. And outside the off stump, will that work? In fact, it is a good ball. 164 for 4.
A dot ball, ladies and gentlemen. Final ball, a dot ball. So I fell short by some 6 runs, 164. It's a good score, but I would not say it's a daunting score. You know, it's something, we're looking for something 180s, 190s. Ivor?
Yes, well, I thought all along this wicket is 175, 180 wicket, but here it is. We have 2 champion teams. They've worked their way into the semifinals. They would have posted 164, means 165 for the victory. I'm going to say it again. The winner stays to play the final, getting a chance at $50,000 US. The loser will go home. But they will not be going home empty-handed. From the quarterfinals, they're going to be getting some moiety. And it's even bigger to get into the semifinals.
You know, money is a motivation. You know, we say money make the horses gallop.
Makes the mare go.
Yes,
all right.
Indeed. And sometimes it costs to do the impossible. So let's see what's going to be happening when the All-Stars, is the All-Stars going
So we're looking at the 2 umpires going left, right, like 2 soldiers. Left, right, left, right. Government boots, I'm telling you. So once again, we just want to say thank you to ESPN for carrying the streaming live, coming to you from Central Broward Regional Park. And we know people all around the world, lots of viewers, and it's gone into the millions, I've been told. So for the folks who are in the vicinity of the Central Broward Regional Park, which is situated at Sunrise Boulevard, West End, 441, Statewood 7, if you may. We're asking you to grace us with your presence. There's still plenty of spaces in here to be filled. And you would have just heard Lenny Archibald, Audrey Watson, and yours truly, Ivor Henry. And we are going to be taking you to your bathroom to take a bathroom break, if you may. We'll see you in a moment.
Who will it be? Who will it be? Will it be the U.S. All-Star? Will it be the Indian Lions? Them boys from Afghanistan waiting for them, you know. Big up my friend Obi every time.
Yeah. Tell somebody bring the eyes. When I put up my right hand so, put up my left hand so. I can't describe the feeling inside. I must take a wine on you when you whine and go down low. Baby, go down low. Can't think of nothing else that I want you to do. Push back on me, I want you to. Push back on me, I beg you. Push back on me, I want you to. Push back on me, yeah, go down when you whine, I want you to. Push back on me, I want you to. Push back on me, I beg you. Push back on me, push back on me. This is how I just jam. I just want you to. Push back on me. When you hear this one, give me waist like you feel like. This is how I just jam. I just want you to. Push back on me. I want you to. Push back on me. In circulate because you might not sleep in the air. You roll it cold in there.
Bowling number 16. The ball is number 16. Okay. So Shaw is the bowler. And who is taking first knock? Stephen Taylor. So welcome back here. The one chase will begin shortly. The umpires are in the ready position and the fielders are getting themselves in the position that they would like to place themselves on the field. We know that no more than 2 fielders can be outside of the 30-yard circle. The umpires, Nemhart and Samuels, they're going to make sure that that does not happen. And if it happens, they will make sure someone gets penalized. So the Indian Lions are going to try to get to 165 for victory. Should I say 155 to get to the finals?
So Najaf Shaw, the left arm seamer, will start here. Stephen Taylor will be the man on strike. Zenith Fowler is at the non-striker's end. And here is the first ball to start Indian Lions. And getting a good ball here is Taylor. He pushes up towards the offside and he can't score. So 165 required from 119 balls.
Well, Taylor covers up there nicely, and it seems as if he's going to be meaning business. Money's on the line. Your pride is on the line. You would have worked this hard from Thursday, Friday, Saturday to get to the point of semifinals. Now you want to make one big leap step to mankind. You're going to go on the moon.
So Fowler also gets an opportunity here to create an impact here, certainly on the big stage and on the internet. And Fowler will come in here backing up Stephen Taylor. Taylor's yet to get off the mark, but there's 3 runs on the board, all courtesy of Whites. And Najaf Shaw runs in. He's running well into Fowler. Fowler nibbles at one outside the off stump, and it goes through to Jasker and Malhotra. That's a good ball. It's 3 without loss.
One leg back. 2 wides in the leg back.
No, one wide.
One.
One wide.
Can we get some coffee from my... You was in jail once and you're going to go back in.
So 2 without loss, and we've got that straightened out now. Here is Fowler. Fowler steers it up towards point. And always a busy area, high trafficking area. Ivor?
Yes, always. And that's the position where you put your more alert fielder, for a better term.
So Gajan and Singh.
Fielder.
Gajan and Singh out at backward point. Very important areas in the earlier part of any innings. Fowler is yet to get off the mark. He's only faced a couple of balls. Taylor has no run on the board himself, and a couple of runs on the tins here because of extras. Oh, he gets a good ball, turns it out towards backward point. Field is coming around, will not get there, and it goes away for 4. So Fowler gets off the mark with a boundary. He's on 4-6 without loss.
Yes, and that was a valiant effort there by the man on point. He was always away from him, so it's not going to go down as a misfield, but he gave it all it's worth. He just got over an inch from being a midget.
So 6 for none, 159 more from 114 balls. And the winner here will earn the right to play into the final. They'll take on Al Masafi, that we know for sure. And it appears Orlando Johnson has been called up here, so he will come in from the bottom end of the ground. And Ivor is still anybody's game here with 6 on the board.
Yes, indeed. And like you say, these 2 teams would have earned their way here. They did not get here by getting into the bag and pulling a lucky number. They would have been working hard from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and trying their best to raise that coveted trophy. We would have seen it over there. I think it would have weighed somewhere in the vicinity of some 30 pounds. But again, let's just go ahead and give the umpires really big round of applause. They've been really outstanding. They've been on time. They've been, making decisions which we all are in favor of, because we have not seen too many where the batters would be really disappointed. We would have seen some disappointment from the batters, but when asked, they were more disgusted with themselves than with the umpire's decision.
So Johnson starts. Ball played away here by Stephen Taylor. He gets off the mark, and he'll come back for 2. So 2 to Taylor, 4 to Fowler. And they've made a good start here, a very safe start, one would say at this point. They're 8 on the board. No wickets yet. And yes, coming back to the umpires, the umpiring standard this tournament has been at a very top level. Out in the middle, we see Wayne and Samuels.
But a birdie just picked me in my ear and said, you know why was it at such a high standard? Because the umpires were aware that they were on ESPN.
So 8 for no loss. Stephen Taylor on 2. Fowler is on 4.
There you go. And in these days, you never know. Contracts are going up all around the board. So when you're on show, you have to give of your best. And you know the saying, when you would have given of your best,
that's a good-looking shot. Good-looking shot here from Stephen Taylor. And he goes for 6 over the onside, and that's a lovely shot for 6.
Yes, indeed. The first maximum of this inning in the run chase. So Taylor briskly move on to 8 from some 5 deliveries. But I was going to say that when an umpire would have done his best, not even angels in heaven can do better.
So Stephen Taylor goes up to 8. A big scoring shot. Fowler is on 4. Is 14 without loss. 151 more to win from 112 balls. We're in the second over being bowled here by Orlando Johnson. And so far he's given up 8 in the over so far. The play and a miss here by Stephen Taylor, and certainly Ivor. You yourself on ESPN, so you got to make sure that the contracts doesn't pass you by.
Yes, I've seen some dots already. I just have to sign on the dotted lines. There'll be plenty of dots. We've been commentating on plenty of dots over here.
So Taylor on 8. He's looked good. Ball defended onto the offside. They'll go through for 1. So 150 more needed from 110 balls. Fowler comes into strike, who hasn't had many playing opportunities with a very strong Indian Lions setup here. When you have a lineup with the likes of Mervyn Dillon, Orlando Baker, Devian Davison on the bench, it tells you something else about the strength of the Indian Lions team. Well put together squad. And you look at their camp, and they brought a couple of plane loads here. And it will take 3 JetBlue to take them back home tomorrow. Ball defended here by Fowler. He can't score. He remains on 4. 9 to Taylor is 15 without loss.
And again, we just have to give it to the creator, Obi. We're saying that we're giving it to you. We always have to big up the men behind the scenes, and you would have done a good job, my man. Very well.
So Obi makes sure that the real estate out there is well prepared, and so far so good. We've seen a lot of runs scored on this track.
So Johnson is quite pacey, and this batsman was trying to swivel to pull him to the deep square leg position, but the ball rushed onto him, and he's in a bit of a discomfort, but he has pride. He's not going to hit the canvas. But we saw the referee getting over him there, ready to give him the 8 mandatory standing count. But he's up and on his feet. Thank God that the over is done. He can catch his breath.
So a very important match here for the U.S. All-Stars. They would have gotten into one of the previous U.S. Open finals. I remember it might have been 2012. And it might have been beaten by Trinidad and Tobago. I think it's the year when Shoaib Akhtar visited here. 15 without loss. Stephen Taylor will be the man on strike. Najaf Shah, who has proved to be a handful in this series, he runs in from the far end. And Taylor, that cracking shot through the offside, beats the man at point, and it goes away for 4. So Stephen Taylor.
He didn't even move. That's it. Taylor knew that he was going to misfield that, so he stayed there for the camera and earned himself 4 runs, and that takes him into double figures. He is on to my favorite lucky 13. Keep an eye on us. Keep an eye on us. Oh.
So 13 to Taylor off just 8 balls. It's 19 for no loss. And Najaf Shah, certainly one of the taller cricketers around here. Got mistaken for Mohamed Irfan by a cricket fan, so had to point him in the right direction. That Mohamed Irfan is 7-something, so can't be him. So 19 for none. Here is Stephen Taylor, 13 not out. And he's getting wrapped on the pad. Oh, he's given out. So Stephen Taylor falls for 13. It's 19 for 1. Najaf Shah strikes here early. Taylor gone for 13.
Yes, that one hit him, and Taylor thought he may have been outside the off stump or getting a little high, but umpire Samuels thought that he would send Taylor on his way. But Taylor was beginning to look good, but he fell for the unlucky 13 from 9. So the first wicket in the run chase would have gone 19 for 1. Taylor walks back a dejected man, disappointed in either his play or the umpire's decision. Either way, he's not a happy man, but he's just have to kneel and pray and hope that his team get over the line, or else this would be the last we're seeing of Taylor in this 8th year of the U.S. Open competition.
Once again, the goat mouth of Ivor. Just mentioned the unlucky 13, and there goes Taylor. I say if I was a captain of the opposing team, I would demonstrate against having Ivor at the microphone.
Well, one of my favorite batsmen has replaced Taylor, Dennis Ramdin. I would always say, I always believe that Dennis Ramdin can make the West Indies team as a batsman. Just like Jeffrey Dujon would have made the team as a batsman and then turned keeper. I think he could have started as a wicketkeeper and turned batsman. He has a good cricketing head, especially in the ODIs. We are asking for Craig Brathwaite to be in the team, to just suck up balls. But a guy like Ramden, that's the guy I would have in my one-day team.
Especially he was spotted by the great Sir Viv Richards himself, you know. So we want to have Ramden in the ODI team.
Yes, so Shah comes in, bowls him, and this time he's covering up, playing it back along the track on the onside. And he's not going to gift his wicket away, I can tell you that. He's a stiff competitor, and we're into the power plays, but power play does not mean you have to give away your hand. We've seen so many wickets would have fallen in the power play. But 19 for 1, and Ramden comes to the wicket, and he's going to do battle. He has not really been on show with the bat in this tournament, so sometimes you leave the best for last. Hopefully for him, this is not the last. They're trying to get to another game to be played after this. Sure, it is. This time he's working this one nicely off the pads, and they're running on the stroke. Good running, good understanding between these two, as Ramden was tucked up, turning it around the corner neatly to a short mid-wicket, and he is on the way. The score goes up to 20 for 1. Fowler comes into strike. He's batting 4 from 5. And the partnership has just got underway. It's 1. Taylor would have gone for lucky 13.
Yes, Ivor, it's a keen contest here. Dinesh Ramden is on 1, Fowler is on 4. They've lost Stephen Taylor. And Najaf Shah bowling at 1 for 10. Dinesh Ramden, 74 tests, 139 one-day international. So a lengthy representation at the international level for the West Indies. And, of course, we all know he would have captained West Indies on many occasions. It's 20 for 1. Fowler is on 4. He faces up and waits for Najaf Shah, who's had a good series and so far a good game. And Fowler gets a ball. He has to defend. This is good bowling here from Najaf Shah. And so 145 needed from 103 as the third over comes to an end. So 3 gone is 20 for 1.
Yes, a successful over there. One in which Taylor, we would have seen the back of him. And Ollie is here to describe. And Ollie, along the way, you can give us some scores with international matches.
Okay, lots of international cricket is being played presently. So, you know, in between overs, I'll be giving you report on some of those matches. Pakistan is presently playing New Zealand in a test match. New Zealand was all out for 271. In return, Pakistan had bowled out for 216. And in the second innings, Pakistan is not without loss in a rain-delayed play. And so they'll be starting their second innings tomorrow or later tonight, our time. So it's 271 for New Zealand in 83 overs and 4 balls. And Pakistan replied 217 in 67 overs. And they are yet to commence their second innings.
Well, play's been held up here a little while Audi gets himself organized there. The umpires would have conferred. We do not know what's taking place, but 5 ball. Okay, so the over was not completed, so we still have to have the 6th ball bowled. So the fielders have got to go back in their position because Shaw, with his tails up, having taken a wicket in this over already, the wicket of Taylor, he has yet to bowl one legal delivery to make it an over.
So play resumes here. Fowler on strike, and here is Najaf Shah, his 6th ball. And defending is Fowler. He gets a single up towards the offside, and now for the second time the over comes to an end. And as we saw earlier on, oddly, with Merv Dillon here, it took 3 West Indian bowlers to finish an over. It took a couple of tries here to finish this one. 21 for 1.
It's finally over. Finally over.
Yes.
And over. Okay, some of the main scorers in the New Zealand team. Opener Raval scored 55. Taylor, 37. And wicketkeeper, 49 not out. Watlin, 49 not out.
So Johnson will continue. The first over cost him 9. They still require 144 from 102 balls. Indian Lions take on U.S. All-Stars. Fowler will be on strike, and he faces up to Johnson. And he's cutting and cutting well. He gets the ball past the man at backward point. Chance of a run out here. In fact, wrong end perhaps. And Fowler makes it home. He goes up by 1. He goes up to 6. It's 22 for 1.
Yes, that's poor winning there by Fowler, though. To be honest with you, that was always 2. He turned his back on his batter, and the man was in the deep, and he was going to take on his arm. Ramden was going back to the danger end, but the Fowler would have settled for 1. When you're in a run chase, you've got to run hard. You've got to try to overhaul that 165. But anyway, it's the man's age. It's 21 for 1. Hold on.
So Ramden has been playing at the international level for a very, very long time. Some 74 tests, 139 won international, and not forgetting T20 international. And so he comes in here with certainly a wealth of experience. 22 for 1 here, Ivor.
Yes? 24, 21. Let's get it right. 22. 22, yes.
So ball played over the mid-on area. Fielder had a play on it. And it goes away for 4 off the bat of Dennis Ramden. He goes up to 5. It's 26 for 1.
Yes, you don't really hit Johnson too hard. He bowls with venom. I remember last night what happened when he got hit, man. He started bowling with some venom. But Ramden, like we say, will have none of it.
So 26 for 1. Ramden is on 5. Fowler is on 6. And we're in the 4th over being bowled here by Johnson. 139 needed from 99 balls. An asking rate of 8.42. 26 for 1. The ball cut away here by Ramden. They scamper through for an easy single in the end. And Ramden goes up to 6. Fowler is also on 6. It's 27 for 1.
Yes, well, good running again between these two. Like we said, they've got to get the wheels on. 27 for 1. And they are really trying to get to the 165. We would have seen the demise of Taylor already, gone for 13.
So Fowler, the man on strike. And ball played up towards the onside. And Ivor, over time, you've lived here for a long time in South Florida. You've seen a lot of local cricket. And what I've got to say, and with the likes of Dennis Ramden and certainly Lendell Simmons and some of the top West Indian players in this tournament, what I've seen over the years, observing and certainly being around cricket here, is that sometimes the likes of these international players like Ramden and Lendell Simmons, they come to the United States and their expectation is perhaps underrating local cricket here. And a lot of times we've seen players with big reputation come here and they've had to work, A, hard for their runs, 2, surprised by the level of competition here. And you know what I'm talking about. And over the years, we've seen the U.S. Open, and the U.S. Open has attracted many international players. Boy, but I'll tell you something, they've had to work for their runs, and if they're bowlers, they'll have to bowl hard for the wicket. And that just goes to show the level of competition in the United States.
Yes.
Back to the second test match between New Zealand and Pakistan. The main wicket takers for Pakistan: Mohammad Amir, 2 for 59. Imran Khan, 3 for 52. Sohail Khan, 4 for 99. And in reply, the Pakistanis are 216, and the main scorers were Babar Azam. He made 90 runs of a total 216. Babar Azam, 90 runs, and Asad Shafiq, 23, and Sohail Khan, 37.
You got that for?
Main wicket takers: Tim Saudi, 6 for 80, and Neil Wagner, 3 for 59. The main destroyers for New Zealand.
So Junaid Siddiqui has been given the ball here. Is 29 for 1. Ramden is on 6. He will be the man on strike. Fowler is on 8. Indian Lions requires another 136 from 96 balls. And so Ramden gets ready to face Junaid Shahid Afridi Siddiqui. The ball worked into the onside. Ramden goes up to 7, and it's 30 for 1, Ivor.
Yes, 7 from 5 for Ramding, and keeping company is Fowler at the top of the inning. He's an 8 from 10. And again, the winner stays and the loser goes home.
So Al Masafi already booked a place in the final. And they could be somewhere lurking around, just making sure that things are well in place here and just making sure that they get a chance to see one of their opponents who will play them in a couple of hours. It's 30 for 1, still lots of cricket left here, 135 to win from 94 balls.
And it's the biggest crowd we've seen from the 4 days. So Sundays when we really play cricket here, bang to the offside, and he's going to be getting only 1 for his effort. As there's a man stationed at the wide mid-off position, once his left picks up. And I started saying about the crowd, today we have, well, not a packed crowd, but at least it's the best we've seen for the 4 days. ESPN, everyone's looking at ESPN.
Yes, Ivor, ball worked away towards the mid-wicket area. Dotson is coming around. Can he get there? In fact, he gets to the ball and makes a very good save. He gets a round of applause here from the commentary box. And they come back with 2. What a save there from Hakeem Dotson.
Yes, my word, that's effort. And any bowler would like that. Once you're putting in the effort in the field, that bowler tail will go up just as if he would have taken a wicket. But it was a good stroke there. I can tell you it was all along the turf to the mid-wicket. The fielder at square leg ran to his left with all his worth in the man of a Usain Bolt, caught up with it, stayed in bounds and rifled in the throw, held the batsman down to 2.
So Ivor, straight to mid-off, and that's the end of the Ramden. Ramden goes for 9. It's 33 for 2.
Oh, my word, I'm telling you, he showed signs of aggression there, but he hit it straight to the man there at the mid-off position, stationed there, mid-on. Shaw, the Shaw who's been bowling from the other end. So Shaw has had a good feel of the ball because he has bowled some 2 overs. He has bowled, yes, some 2 overs already.
Yes, Ivor, but for right now, Dennis Ramden trying to go over the tallest cricketer out in the middle there and simply didn't succeed. So he's gone. And Lendell Simmons walks to the middle. It's 33 for 2.
Okay, let's take a look at this 3rd test match being played between England and India. England, they were all out for 283. And Captain Cook, 27. And Bairstow, the mainstay, 89. Along with Butler, 43. And the wicket takers for India was Mohammed Shami, 3 for 63. Yadav, we have 2 Yadavs now. J Yadav, 2 for 49, and UT Yadav, 2 for 58. And Ashwin, 1 for 43, and Dejaja, 2 for 59.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so at the fall of the wicket, he has replaced Ramden, one Trinidadian to another. Siddiqui has struck as soon as he gets in his first over, and this time the batters run single. And I would think that Fowler was a little late in getting off the mark there. He has got to do better than that. Lyndon Simmons was his call, and as a batter, as a non-striker, you have got to be backing up. You have to be alert. It's a 20-20 over. You have got to be looking to score from every ball. So that was poor cricket on his part. That's twice we would have seen him lapse in his short, brief stay so far. 34 it is for 2. Fowler is on 9. Simmons just reaching to the wicket. He is on 1 from 1.
Yet, in reply, the Indians, they are 271 for 6. Vajera, 51. Virat Kohli, 62. Patel, wicketkeeper and opening bat, he made 42. And Ashwin is not out presently, 57. And Jadeja, and 31. They will resume batting later tonight. Our time.
So Johnson continues. Lendell Simmons, we'll have to wait and see if he got touch on this one.
Oh, yeah.
And in fact, he's gone away for 4. So Lendl Simmons, he picks up his first bunker. He goes up to 5 and pushes the score up to 38 for 2 as Indian Lions fight back here. They still need 127 from 89 balls. Simmons is on 5. Fowler is on 9. It's 38 for 2. They've lost Taylor for 13. And they've lost Dinesh Ramdin for 9. Couple of wickets, one from Junaid Siddiq and one from Najaf Shaw. 38 for 2. As we see Orlando Johnson from the bottom end of the ground, the pavilion end. And he runs it now to ball to Lendl Simmons. And Simmons works this one away. Good looking shot, looking for 2. They're running quickly. Fielder gets onto the ball now. And the batsman deciding that it's safer to stay for 1. And so it's 39 for 2. Simmons goes up to 6. Fowler is on 9. And they have lost 2 wickets. It's 39 for 2. 126 required from 88 balls.
Again, Simmons coming in like last night when his team is in a spot of bother. But he looks cool and calm and looks to be the man in form.
So 39 for 2 still, and Johnson. Oh, that's a big-looking shot here from Fowler this time. Man makes a very good save, and they'll come back with 2. So good-looking shot here from Zenith Fowler towards the deep areas on the onside. He picks up a couple. He goes up to 11.
Yes, showing signs of aggression, knowing that this is the last over of the power play. He got 2 for his effort. And they're trying to dig themselves out of the woods. 41 for 2. Fowler is an 11 from 13. Simmons 6 from 3. Going at a good clip. Trying to repair a little early damage. But nonetheless, US, they are trying to keep it within 165. I'm saying that very easy.
So 124 required from 87 balls. Simmons gets, in fact, Fowler gets 1. He lobs up behind the bowler. He goes up to 12.
Yeah, that was a quicker delivery. He rushed him. I can tell you that he was trying to swivel it. Thought it was short. He could have been pulling it. But the ball hit the bat even before he knew it. But there was no sealing it off. And the bowler was in his follow-through, gone past that one that went over his head. But ask the batsman. He'll tell you, I deliberately did that.
So Lendl MP Simmons. Lendl MP Simmons.
And talking of MP, he was the man of the match in one of the games that we would have played earlier.
So 123 to win from 86 balls. And Johnson to...
Easy as they come. Easy as they come. Simmons just had to get back in that, and it's create-driven. None as pretty as that so far in the inning. Shot of the inning so far. Simmons is racing away. He's on 10 from 4. And sooner or later, our official score would tell us what weight he's going at.
So Lendl Simmons goes up to 10. Fowler is on 12. It's 46 for 2. And it's 119 to win from 85 balls.
And Simmons' strike rate is 250, believe it or not.
So Johnson, ball turned into the onside.
More runs for Simmons. More runs for Simmons. This is going to have the legs to get in there. So now, if the previous ball he was going at 250, our official score is going to tell us his strike rate again. Go.
Okay, just to continue with...
We'll continue. The man who has a similar action that of Afridi, or is it the other way around?
Afridi has a similar actions to him.
So 115 to win from 84 balls. They've posted 50 on the board. They've lost a couple of wickets. They've lost Taylor and Ramdin. And Siddiqui comes in out the ball to Fowler. Fowler works this one away towards the onside. He'll pick up his 13th run. Simmons is on 14. It's 51 for 2.
50 comes up, but no stand by.
So we are in over number 7 being bowled here by Junaid. Indian Lions need 114 to win from 83 balls. And this is the second semi-final of the U.S. Cricket Open 2016 installment. Al Masafi, the Afghan boys, they're waiting in the wings. Ball off driven here by Lendl Simmons. He goes up to 15. The partnership has gone up to 19. It's 52 for 2, Ivor.
Yes, the 50 came up with a good clip there. And they're needing 113 to get to the 165 mark, thus getting themselves into the finals.
So 113 to win from 81 balls. Still 8.37 is the asking rate. And they're going at exactly 8 and over so far. So Lendl Simmons on 15. Fowler is on 13. Fowler is the man on strike. Oh, that's a big shot. A good-looking shot here from Fowler. And it goes out of the playing area. 6 runs off the bat of Fowler. He goes up to 19. It's 58 for 2.
Yes, it's a good-looking shot there. And like we said, he gave it all that he had. And the man stationed there at the long on boundary had no chance. And he just had to look at it, fly over his head as if it was a bird.
So Fowler goes up to 19. It's 58 for 2. And Siddiqui, let's look at his bowling figure so far. He's bowled 1.5 overs, 1 for 13. Got the wicket of Dinesh Ramdin. Caught Najab Shah. So 79 balls remaining, still 107 to go. Looking for a single. No, says Simmons. And they closes off over number 7 here. 58 for 2 with Simmons on 15. He will be the man on strike when play resume. And Audley is 58 for 2.
Okay, 58 for 2. Let's take a look at some more international matches that have been played. The final of the Tri-Nation match being played between Zimbabwe and Sri Lanka. Of course, the West Indies, they participated, but they were eliminated by Zimbabwe on the Duckworth-Lewis system. And Zimbabwe batted first. They made 160. And you know that's always going to fall short of the 160. And Sri Lanka, in reply, lost only 4 wickets. In reply, they made...
Will be the man on strike, and this could be a very keen contest here. Saeed Ajmal, of course, having played at the international level and quite successful when he did. He makes a good start. He starts with a dot ball here. Simmons remains on 15. Ivor is 58 for 2.
Yes, and we are looking at international cricket all around here, where we would have had Afridi at the highest level for Pakistan and Simmons at the highest level for West Indies. And for you viewers streaming live on ESPN, we welcome you.
So 58 for 2. Ajmal comes into ball to Simmons. Simmons is on 15. Oh, he goes big. Fielder is settling under it. Oh, he takes the catch. Simmons is gone. 58 for 3.
My word, and Simmons, who have played beautifully so far, made the one mistake and having to pay for it. Ajmal, with all his experience, at one time rated as the #1 bowler in the world. And we can say Simmons tried to show him no respect. And Ajmal said, I will get the better of you. I am trying to get to the finals. I will try to get the informed batsman, the informed Simmons, walks back to the dugout now, a dejected man, but he's been replaced by skipper Ricardo Powell. He has got to take the bull by the horn. He will not be in tandem with Simmons like they did last night. Fowler will be the man to partner Ricardo Powell.
So Saeed Ajmal strikes
team and lead from the front. He would have done the duty of bowling tight. He himself would have bowled from both ends, did all he can to make sure that they didn't get a score that in his mind would be out of range. Now he's here to wheel the willow to get them over the line. Ajmal around the wicket, and this time Ricardo is getting one, he's quicker, and Fowler, I beg your pardon, Fowler, because the batters did cross while the ball was in the air. So Fowler been there for quite some time. He's on 19 from 21. He's to face Ajmal with his tails up, having taken a wicket in his second delivery of this first spell. He comes forward, beaten outside the off stump. The wicketkeeper takes, whips the bail off in a flash, but Fowler, back foot was well grounded. So Samuels, the umpire, comes in to do the repair to make sure that everything is okay. And I'll take you to... Well, Ajmal, again, around the wicket, and a dead ball signal here by umpire Nemhard, and acknowledged by our scorer, hard-working David Maitland. And I don't think the stumps are in the correct position, and Nemhard is not trusting the wicketkeeper, so he asks Samuels to come and do his duty. Make sure those stumps are well aligned. And this time the switch, it comes out from around the wicket, but apparently that one pitch outside of the leg stump. He tried to put in the switch hit to earn himself a run, but he survives the appeal. Ajmal, at the end of his first over, a successful one at that. The latest score at Central Broward Regional Park is 58 for 3.
Okay, some more international cricket. Women's international cricket. Match being played between Australia and South Africa. ODIs. Scores. Australia 242, all out in 49 overs and 5 balls. In reply, South Africa all out 242. So the match ended in a tie, 242 each for Australian women and also the South Africans.
Yes, and just to bring the scores up to date, not the scores, the listeners up to date and the viewers up to date, Ajmal would have ended with a maiden wicket. I think it's the second in this tournament. So he's living to his reputation that he would have built for himself.
So it looks like Dilhara has been given the ball. Dilhara comes into the attack. Powell gets off the mark with a single here.
Yeah, he works this one into the onside nicely. The one was making some height in him, but Powell, just with the stroke alone, seemed to be a man in form. He's well composed and he's underway.
So Saeed Ajmal, you're right on that. A maiden over, and 5 of those would have been dot ball. And as we have alluded to during the course of this tournament, oh, it's high in the air.
What was that?
Oh, he puts it down.
He was never settled. I thought, I said, even the wicketkeeper could have gone up and catch that. He was never settled. He was chipping. He needed to take 1 or 2 big strides, get there, wait, and settle. He was chipping. His head was in the air for far too long. But I thought the bowler should have taken that one. The bowler was closer to it than him.
So it appears to be Hassan Raza, the captain, who never got close. Badly missed here. Ricardo Powell is on 1. Fowler escapes. He's on 20. 60 for 3. 105 balls remaining. In fact, 105 runs remaining. 70 balls make that 69. So a lot of drama here at the Central Broward Regional Park. You're watching the second semi-final. Indian Lions having a score to settle here with U.S. All-Stars with the news Al Masafi are in the final of the 2016 U.S. Cricket Open, coming to you live here from Broward County in South Florida. And Dilhara runs in again, couple of runs in the over so far. And a play and a miss here by Ricardo Powell. He remains on 120 to Fowler. And we are in the 9th over being bowled here by Dilhara. So 105 to win from 68 balls. And just to come back to the previous over bowl by side, the mid-wicket area, Akeem Dotson looks up. And it goes out of the playing area. Powell goes up to 9, is 68 for 3.
And that's what I was saying. He was trusting the wicket. We would have seen him play and missed that one that went over the top of the stump. And that's because he was trusting the wicket. This time the bowler is guilty of over-pitching, and Powell gave it the treatment. Just a whack, and away she goes. It's out of here.
Okay,
396 to win from 65. And Saeed Ajmal comes into bowl to Ricardo Powell down the leg side. Will be called a wide. And so a couple will be added to the scorecard here. 71 for 3.
And again, more disappointment for Ajmal. He's not accustomed to that. Now he has gone in 2 deliveries, 1 delivery, I should say, and they've given up 3 runs. And I know he's really disappointed.
So he comes in out the bowl to Fowler. And Fowler turns it out towards the onside, batting with Ricardo Powell. And we saw a responsible knock the other night from Ricardo Powell. Very smart to play in the last 4. And so far we have seen Stallions getting knocked out earlier on in the day by Al Masafi. And Indian Lions locked into a big battle here with U.S. All-Stars. All-Stars post 64. And in reply, Lions are batting a 73 for 3.
92 more to get over the line of 165, but Ajmal would have something else in mind. And my word, that was between the batter and the stump. He was making room to play inside out. And Fowler was trying to get after Ajmal, but Ajmal will have none of that. Fowler, he's been there at the top of the inning, batting on 22. We've lost 3 wickets. They need to keep it turning over, as opposed to going for the big shots at this time. But Fowler again is showing signs of aggression. He's not respecting the name Ajmal. He's playing the 5.5 ounce. As that over comes to an end, and by Ajmal's standard, that was a very, very expensive over. Some 6 runs coming from it.
Okay, just to continue with the scorecard, the main scorers in the match, South African women versus the Australians. Knapp have scored 66. Niekerk, the captain, Van Niekerk, she scored 81. And the main destroyers for Australia was Jensen, 3 for 37. And she was the main destroyer.
So Dilhara continues. Fowler plays it up towards the offside. He picks up his 24th run. Takes the score up to 75 for 3. And brings the equation down to 90 to win from 59 balls.
And as I said before, the score ended in a tie, 242 each.
So we are in over number 11 here. This is the semi-final, one of the second semi-final. The winner gets a chance to play in the final and a shot at $50,000 at least.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, that's a short ball played towards the mid-wicket area. Dodson comes in, takes a well-judged catch. Powell is gone, 75 for 4.
Not a good shot at all. He got a top edge. There was a man stationed in the deep, but early in his innings, he would have hit a 6 in that direction. He was looking for number 2. It had the height, never the distance. Powell is gone. They're in a spot of bother. Believe it or not, they just go along.
So Stephen Taylor for 13. Dinesh Ramdin for 9. Lendell Simmons for 15.
Made 89.
And now Ricardo Powell for 14. 79 for 4. Danza Hyatt is the new batsman. He comes out here with still 86 to win from 57 balls. And Fowler goes up to 25. It's 80 for 4. 85 to win from 56 balls. So Indian Lions under some bit of pressure here. We've seen good fight back from U.S. All-Stars. Still a long way to go. 85 to win from 56 balls. And Danza Hyatt, former West Indies one-day international player. He comes in here with a lot of batting work to do here as we welcome Jafar Shaw. And Shaw, U.S. All-Stars doing well here.
Definitely they were doing well, and when we were doing the toss, they did say that we want to bat first because we have a strong bowling attack, and we're going to rely on that to control the Indian Lions from running away with this, because they do recognize that the Indian Lions have a good batting lineup right up to 11.
So a ball played up into the offside. They're running quickly, realizing that every run counts. Hyatt gets off the mark with 1. Fowler is on 25. And the equation comes down to 84 to win from 55 balls. Still one more ball to finish up over number 11 here. And Fowler, he has really taken the opportunity, the limited opportunity he has had with the Indian Lions this year to really post a good score. He's on 25 not out. And he defends. So that concludes over number 11. It's 81 for 4. Still 84 to win from 54 balls.
Yes, definitely it's a challenging task, but it's not an impossible task, because the way their batting lineup is set up, anyone can click and anyone can have 2 good overs and the game will change.
So Dilhara bowling at 1 for 17. We've also seen wickets from Najaf Shaw, 1 for 11. Junaid, 1 for 13. And Saeed Ajmal, 1 for 6. Oh, he ducks bat still in the way. That completes over number 11. It's 81 for Shaw and then 84 to win from 54 balls.
Yeah.
Take it up, Shaw.
Yeah, it is. It is an interesting game. I think the U.S. All-Star is really showing their strength at this particular time to manage the middle over of the games, which are the crucial overs we call, as the game usually breaks or opens up in terms of positioning the team for target score or winning score by or defending score by the fielding team. So middle over, I think they're capitalizing on those so-called Saeed Ajmal, Junaid Siddiqui, and Dilara to bowl well and keep the score, Indian Lions from running away with the score.
Well, here's Sean Qureshi taking up the attack from the pavilion, and 88 required of 54 balls, and Qureshi left orthodox spinner has been bowling well on the domestic circuit here in the United States. And that's a good delivery on and about the off, something in away from the batsman. Hyatt on that occasion just pushes it out on the offside for a single. Hyatt with a lot of experience, having played for Jamaica. Even here, he had a stint also with the West Indies.
Yeah. Zizan Siddiqui to Hyatt. Glancing down to the leg side to get a single. Zishan Qureshi.
There's a delivery outside the off stump. Qureshi dragging him wide, but there's enough on that one to go for 6. Wide outside the off stump, and foul on that occasion, being able to fetch it and put it over the long on boundary for 6. Foul, of course, lucky to still be there. Put down early on by skipper Raza. 86 for the loss of 4 wickets. Qureshi, who was a member of the Ghana Amazon Warriors during the CPL. The pressure situation here right now, he's up to the wicket. That's a full ball. Goes down to a long on. Fielded by Saeed Ajmal. Saeed Ajmal would definitely be the key as we go down towards the end of the innings with 8 overs to go after this. Here's Qureshi again wide outside the off stump. It's going to be called a wide.
Yeah, Saeed Ajmal will be a key, and also Junaid if he lives up to the expectation, because I think they're holding them back for the later overs.
That's a better delivery there from Qureshi, and Hyatt getting back and cutting it away down to the point boundary. He's only going to get a single. Lovely bit of work down there by Dodson, and the score goes on to 89 for 4. Delivery outside the off stump from Qureshi, not really getting much turn at this point in time. The pitch is not really allowing for that. End of Zison Qureshi's over. It's a 12th game, and this latest score here at Broward after 12 overs, the Indian Lions in pursuit of 165 for victory. They're 89 for 4.
Yeah, the next 2 or 3 overs are going to be a crucial overs. If they either their score will go up or they will put the Lions in a better position to finish them off, or it'll be a challenging to climb up the scoring run rate. The runner is coming from the so-called Palm Beach end.
Here comes the look ahead tee. This is a short delivery that's muscled away by Hyatt, and there's a signal down to the backward square leg.
The flower
delivery, and Fowler fetching that one from outside the off stump. He pulls it away through wide mid-on down to the boundary for 4, and that's a welcome boundary there from Fowler. He goes on to 32, and the score 90 for 4.
Yeah, that was a very timely hit. He could have hit it high, but I think he played very sensibly to try to hit the ground shot instead of pulling it up for 6. Nice single to bring the score to 94, and Flower goes to 37 off 37 ball deliveries. 95 for 4.
Look ahead, in his third over. He has so far taken 1 for 19. Slow delivery on this occasion, weighted by Hyatt, and he got a single.
They definitely are recognizing the fielder position and punishing them for singles whenever it's possible.
The required run rate has now climbed to 9.41. Look ahead here again, a short delivery. Fowler not getting hold of this one as he would have liked, and it's taken 1 bounce down there by Dodson, and the score goes on to 97 for 4.
I think it's a pressure time for both teams. These middle overs are or late overs are very important.
Slow delivery again from Lukaheti. Down to Ajmal at third man. There's a single.
I think there may be a bowling change.
Well, at the end of that over, the score 98 for 4, with 7 overs to go. The equation now 67 required by the Indian Lions to take this one and book a place in the finals. Hyatt is on 6, Fowler is on 38. Lukaheti has now completed 3 overs, no maiden, 1 for 22.
And Junaid has been brought in from the pavilion end.
Junaid Siddiqui had an over from the other end. Now let's see what he can conjure up from this end. He said yesterday it was such a privilege, sharing the dressing room with Hassan Raza, Saeed Ajmal and these guys. He was learning so much from them. Let's see if he can put it into practice.
Yeah, Ajmal was telling me that he's grooming him a little bit about the game situation and the pressure during the game, how to manage and handle those situations. I think that's a very, for the young player coming up in the elite level, to know these tips from the legend, I call him, the off spinner at this time. He's not retired, so it may not be the right thing to say legend, but the future legend maybe.
Quick delivery there from Siddiqui, and Hyatt being able to get a single down to backward square. 98 for 4. .66 to win, still 6.5 overs to go. Siddiqui with a straight delivery on that occasion, just giving himself some room was Fowler, and he was able to pull it down to the man at the long-on boundary, which is Ajmal, who still has, I believe, 2 overs to bowl, and that could be key to the outcome of this contest.
Yes, and Junaid is a key at this particular time. If he keeps the ball down.
quicker delivery, and
Flower on 41 for 41. There was some messages being sent by captain.
foul on strike.
Must be trying to
Short delivery going across the batsman, and untidy bit of fielding there from skipper Raza, who has not been the best on the field today.
Yeah, he dropped the catch and then a few misfield, but that seems to be part of the game. Oh,
Well, that delivery, he was actually trying to play the scoop, and look ahead, he penalized bowling that one down the leg side. It's called a wide. Something seems to have gone into the eyes of wicketkeeper Jaskaran Malhotra. Getting some assistance there from Qureshi.
must be a piece of dust over the contact lens.
107 for 4, just to recap a bit. The fowler is on 43, high at 11, and the big batsmen in the Indian Lions lined up all fielding today. Dinesh Ramdin, Wendell Simmons, Ricardo Powell, and Fowler is a man who has really kept them in the hunt.
I think there's something gone in his eye.
3.1 overs, no maiden, 1 for 25. Here is Lukaheti, a slower delivery, wide outside the off stump and full. Fowler does not have the experience to deal with that one. You see bowlers these days, Shah, reverting to that sort of line and length towards the end of the innings.
Oh, definitely. And I think they have mastered the art of bowling a slow ball from the same action as you normally do.
Another slow delivery there from Lukaheti. This one, ricochet is off onto the offside. A single, no signal from umpire Rushin.
It was an edge, I believe.
108 for 4. 57 to get from 5.3 overs. Slow delivery again. Might have just pitched outside the leg stump. Trying to clear the mid-wicket boundary with that one.
I saw the small signal from the umpire that he's got the edge. It's in the air now.
Coming, peeling off the outside edge, and the fieldsman down there not judging it well at all. He waited on it, and in the end he found that he was short, and the fielding here from the US All-Stars has really been less than impressive, as the Indian Lions, they have now reached 110 for 4. That occasion, that was not a slow delivery, one of his regulation deliveries, and had played across the line. It took the leading edge, went high in the air, and the fieldsman down at the backward point boundary, not able to gather.
This is a few that they put him in the air, and it's another chance to be missed.
Okay, again, and this is gone. This is a huge hit by Danza Hyatt, a big man, and he has cleared the boundary. 6 runs. Score goes on to 116 for 4. And that's the end of over number 15.
I see the frustration on the, and maybe 2 overs from Najaf will take it to 4, and it becomes 1 loose over. Somebody's going to come and bowl that one.
Well, it's Ajmal,
So,
Ajmal and Najaf, the men they're depending on now.
yes.
Ajmal so far 2 overs, 1 maiden, 1 for 6. Very impressive indeed.
Indeed.
Here he comes. This delivery is just on and about the leg stump. Fowler trying to hit him out of the park. But the quality that Ajmal possesses, he was not able to do that. Ajmal again.
1 in the air again.
Takes the leading edge with him. And a catch has been put down yet again. Hyatt on this occasion. And there's an appeal for run out. Umpire Russian is unmoved. Well, at least he's moving, but just to replace the stumps. I think the management of the U.S. All-Stars team will be very upset with the fielding display today.
Yes, 3 catches. And 2 very important catches. All catches are important, but these 2 are the very crucial catches.
But I think more important than that was the fact that they gave away 2 runs there.
Yes.
Had that catch been taken, the score would have read 117 for 5 as opposed to 119 for 4. That's well again, it's one forced away on the offside. $120 for 4. Ajmal gathers his thoughts and comes in again from the pavilion end. Quicker delivery this time. Just a single. Ajmal 2.4, 1 maiden, 1 for 11. And Hyatt tries a reverse sweep, and that's a confident appeal that has been turned down. Dancer Hyatt on that occasion trying the reverse hit. And Ajmal questioning the umpire now as to what really transpired there. He's not happy at all.
I don't know what happened there, but umpire has the best look, and his judgment is final.
Hyatt advances. This one darted into his pads. At the end of the over, 122 for 4, with 4 overs to go. Ajmal has completed his 3rd over, 1 maiden, 1 for 11. Lenny. Where's Lenny? Come Charlotte, go for the man of the match.
Hyatt is on 22 not out. Fowler is on 46. We've seen a good partnership here between the pair. He's gone up to 47. And Indian Lions locked in a battle here. 43 to win from 24 balls. Asking rate 10.75. Najaf Shaw, it appears, gets a second spell, and he comes into bowl to Danza Hyatt. He gets an outside edge, and he goes away for 4. So the score will go up to 126 for 4. Hyatt goes up to 26. And the ball getting an edge down the third man area, oddly.
I think they are really going good at this stage. I think they will win this match. They've got wickets in hand. So come happy hours, they'll be able to wheel that wheeler. So I think they'll definitely go on to win this match.
So 126 for 4. 39 to win from 23 ball. Another run says 38 from 22. And Danza Hyatt goes up to 27. They've batted well. In fact, 52 is the partnership, and a partnership here between Fowler and Danza Hyatt. Keeping hopes alive here for Indian Lions. U.S. All-Star posting 164 when they batted. And now it's 127 for 4. Fowler on 46, the man on strike. And Najaf Shah, who's bowled relatively well and will come in from the far end of the ground, oddly.
Yes, I'm not trying to make excuses for the fielders, but I think a couple of those catches, they were running straight into the sun.
So ball played up towards the onside. They go through quickly for a cheeky run. And Fowler goes up to 47. It's 128 for 4.
Yes, early on in the innings, we saw where they put on the easy catch, but running straight into the sun, I think it poses a lot of difficulties for the fielders, especially when they're looking up in the air, running straight to take those catches.
So Hyatt has batted well. He's on 27 off 20. And Zenith Fowler has been there from the start. He opened with Stephen Taylor. So he's still around, 128 for 4. The ball that is full. Good bowling here from Shaw, not giving the batsman any sort of liberty, not allowing the batsman to get a scoop on any ball to make those big elevated shots. And so far, 7 in the over so far, at a time in which they're defending 11 per over. So once you're bowling under 11 here, oddly, you're still bowling well. The run rate will go up in the next over if you keep it under 10 or 11.
Yes, and you can see Fowler is doing very well. He's batting at a strike rate of 100, 47 from 47.
So 36 to win from 20 balls. Who will it be? Here is Shaw into Fowler. Fowler drives up towards the extra cover area. He gets a single. He goes closer to 50. He's on 48 of 46 balls or so. We'll double check with our scores. And Danza Hyatt is on 28. It's 130 for 4.
Please, Ivor, stay away. Ivor, please stay away.
So 35 to win from 19 balls. This one will certainly go down to the wire. Danza Hyatt on 28. It's 130 for 4. 35 needed from 19. 35 needed from 19. Najaf Shaw, here he is to Hyatt. Oh, Hyatt gets a big one in. Takes him out of the playing area. Well struck shot. And it goes for a maximum. It's 136 for 4. 29 to win from 18 balls. 29 from 18.
Wow. And to add interest, to all that, it was a no ball. So it's a free hit. Wow. Changing point in the game. Certainly could be.
So 137 for 4. Free hit. And struck for the maximum. So Danza Hyatt becomes the recipient here. And he is on 34 not out. He has a free swing as Najaf Shaw. 15 in the over so far. 28 to win from 19 balls. Oh, that's a good ball. Just a single here off the bat of Danza Hyatt. He goes up to 35. The partnership is 63.
Given the fact that he could only be out of a run out, he should have made a better swing at that one instead of trying to tickle it around the corner.
So Fowler is 48. Danza Hyatt is 35.
Strike rate of 159.1, 35 of 22.
So the partnership is 63, 27 to win from 18 balls, 27 to win from 18 balls.
And as long as Ivor stay away, Fowler will get his 50. He's 48 from 48.
So it's 138 for 4. Hyatt is on 35. They have batted well. The pair of Fowler and Danza Hyatt have batted extremely well. Zenith Fowler run a ball 48. And Danza Hyatt 35 off 22 balls. So the action continues here. Ajmal, 3 overs, 1 min, 1 for 11. He continues. Oh, a big swing and a miss here by Danza Hyatt. So a dot ball in the book. 17 balls now to get 27 runs. 27 runs from 17 balls. The winner here earns a chance in the final, and they will play Al Masafi from Afghanistan. 35 to Danza Hayat. He's the man on strike. And Ajmal, oh, he balled him. So Ajmal cleans him up. Danza Hayat goes for 35. It's 138 for 5. Ajmal gets his second wicket. Still 27 to win from 16 balls, oddly.
He played across that one. Instead of playing the ball back over the head of the bowler, he tried to pull the ball around the leg side, and in so doing lost his middle stump. I guess Hyatt will be very disappointed, but he did his job, quick fire 35. But being a professional, a seasoned player the way he is, he should have tried to hang around there and see his side through to the end. But played cross-batted.
And Patel can't score, so that's a good ball here for U.S. All-Stars. Dot ball brings the equation down to 15 balls, remaining 27 still to come here. 138 for 5. Sonny Patel yet to score. Fowler is on 48, not out. And Saeed Ajmal, here he is, to Sonny Patel. And Patel guides this one away up to third man. They're running quickly, running up towards the boundary. Field is giving chase, and it, in fact, it rolls in front of him. And it goes away for a much-needed boundary here for Indian Lions. Patel gets off the mark with a boundary. He's on 4, and it's 142 for 5.
You're making the equation a little better. Hyatt should have stayed around the sea of Ajmal because he's bowling his last over. But that's all water under the bridge. Now these guys will have to make sure they see the team through.
So 23 to win from 14 balls. 23 to win from 14 balls. 4 runs in the over so far with a wicket. And Ajmal continues to Patel. And Patel gets a good one. Has to defend. Can't score. And brings the equation down to 13 balls remaining. 23 to come. Patel on 4. And Fowler's batted well. He's on 48. He's watching the action. And we'll have to see final ball coming up here for Ajmal. Final to finish this over, and certainly one more ball will finish his spell. Here he is to Patel. Patel goes into the onside. Only a single. He will retain strike when play resumes here with the equation 22 to win from 12 balls. 22 to win from 12. Patel on 5 and Fowler on 48.
11 per over. 11 per over. It's just two sixes in the air, or you want to make 3 4s, or how you want to do it. Fix it the way you want. But, those batters will have to make sure that they get over the line, get a 1 if that's it, and then get a 6, But they'll have to stay there and concentrate and make sure that they're going to carry their team over the line.
And oddly, what is going to make the big difference here, this over will tell you what could be the indication of who will win here. This is the over, whether a big one or not a big one. Najaf Shaw has been given the ball, and he hasn't been an easy customer in this tournament. He's bowled 3 overs, no made 1 for 27. He's gone for quite a few tonight, but certainly he's a tough customer, and he will come in here to bowl to Sonny Patel, the new batsman. Zenith Fowler is still out on strike. He's on 48, and they still require 22 to win from 12 balls.
And one motivation for both teams could be $50,000 in the final. Motivation, $50,000.
So the Afghan team well intact in the stadium, and they're watching with keen interest here as Najaf Shaw runs in from the distance. Here he is to Patel, and Patel gets a good ball. He's driving well, straight down the ground. Looking for 2, they come back. The chance of a run out, not a good throw. They come back for 2. And a couple of runs brings Patel up to 7. It's 145 for 5. And brings the equation down to 20 to win from 11 balls. 20 to win from 11 balls. U.S. All-Stars locked into another exciting match. The other night, they won in the last over. And this one looks like it's going to go almost the same way. Still 20 runs to win from 11 balls. Sonny Patel, the man on strike. Here is Shaw, runs in again. And that's a good-looking shot again from Patel. He has given up the strike here now to Fowler. And Fowler on 48, not out oddly.
48 from 48. Now he'll have to play not a foul shot, but hey, a shot over the boundary.
And the fact is, Najaf Shaw, he has the ability to really put the ball Yorker length. He's a very tall man, one of the taller cricketers we have seen in this tournament.
Yes,
And
certainly is.
And so he could be in handful to really get a good scoop on the ball, but we'll have to wait and see. And he hasn't bowled too many short balls, so Zenith Fowler will have to bat and bat well here. The challenge is on 19 to win from 10 balls. Fowler on strike. Can he pull this off for Indian Lions? Can Najaf Shaw hold him down? Here is the contest. Playing a miss. Well taken by Jaskaran. And that will go into the scorecard as a dot ball.
That ball is golden, especially in this situation. Golden, that ball.
So 19 to win from 9 balls. A big miss there from Fowler. And you've got to give credit to the bowler so far. So Najaf Shaw in this over. 2-1 dot. 2-1 dot. 3 more balls to go in this over. And then after this is the final 6. 19 runs still to come. And Indian Lions, all their spectators and certainly their cricketers, they're on their toes. They can't sit for this. And they're all watching with very keen eyes as Fowler settles and waits. Oh, he goes big again. Good bowling here from Najaf Shaw. Bowling between bat and pad. And they scamper through for a bye in the end, but still a tidy ball here from Najaf Shaw.
Yes, indeed. I can tell you the tension is so thick inside the commentary box here. Ivor is marching back and forth. He just can't stand his heel. Just can't stand his heel. And now Fowler is on 49 from 50. So he'll get his 50 as long as Ivor stay away, rather.
So 147 for 5. Patel is on 8. Fowler is on 49. And 8 balls remaining. A good over here from Najaf Shaw. Only 4 in the over so far. And he runs in again. He's bowled well. Oh, he gets bat on this one, but will only be a single out to the offside. And brings the equation down to 17 from 7. 17 from 7. Fowler back on strike.
It's getting a little harder. It's definitely getting a little harder, Lenny. It's getting a little harder for the batting team. But they just need 3 big strikes, and it could be over.
So Fowler is on 49. And perhaps oddly approaching a 50 here is not so much relevant as what needs to be done here. 17 needed from 7 balls, but he's on 49. Oh, he goes down the ground, no elevation. Good bowling here from Shaw. And that's 50 for Zenith Fowler, so he gets a 50. It's 149 for 5, still 16 to win from 6 balls.
He's been congratulated, but I know for sure that he won't matter getting the 50 if his side go on to lose. So I don't think he's thinking about the 50 right now. Right now he's thinking about the number of runs that are needed for his side to get into the finals. And, you know, I know he's going to do his best to make sure that his side got to the finals, reach the finals.
So 149 for 5, 16 required from the next 6 balls. And we'll wait and see. It appears Junaid has been given the ball. Let's see what Junaid has done in this game. Junaid has bowled 3 overs, no maiden 1 for 19. Not bad. Fowler will be the man on strike. He's on 50. Or 51 balls. Sonny Patel is on 9. And they need 16 from 6 balls. 16 from 6 ball.
These 2 first deliveries are going to be very important. These 2 first deliveries.
You've got to say oddly, Najaf Shaw might have set the stage for the way how this match will go. A very tidy over from Najaf Shaw. In fact, only 6 came off.
The penultimate over.
The over
very
from
good.
Shaw?
Yep, very good.
And so you have to give credit to Najaf Shaw. He bowled an over that only cost the team 6. And so he bowled that one well. Here is Junaid. Junaid will come into bowl to Fowler. Fowler is on 50 not out. It's 149 for 5. 16 to win from 6 ball. Here we go. Here is Junaid. Oh, that's a big shot. It clears. It clears long on. And it goes out of the playing area. Fowler goes up to 56. 155 on the board. 10 remains from 5 balls.
Yes. As I said before, it's going to be very important. The first 2 deliveries. The batter hit a first one for 6. They can relax a little bit. Then go from there again.
So can that be the $50,000 shot? We'll wait and see. Fowler has brought this game well back in reach here for Indian Lions. And you are right on that, Audley. He needs to score, or anyone needs to score big in the first stages of this last 6. And what a start here for Indian Lions. A 6 off the very first ball. Fowler goes up to 56. Play interrupted here as Fowler wants refreshment here. And the umpires are certainly going over, making sure that there's flow and there's momentum here. And
indeed, he's been batting from the very onset. He's been there as an opener, so needs some refreshment.
Yes, Audley, yes, he went in with Stephen Taylor and would have seen 5 of his batsmen made their trek back to the hut. As we see Orlando Baker, one of the members of Indian Lions, taking a trot out to see what's going on there. The 2 umpires, along with the players, just making sure that thing is put in place. And Fowler, on the other hand, knows that there is a big job ahead of him. And he just wants to make sure he is well hydrated and ready for the next 5 ball. The situation is they need 10 off 5. And now we see a lone U.S. All-Stars youngster running out. And he's just making sure that the boys gets his support.
Right. Now, wickets are not important. 5 wickets in hand. Runs are what is really important right now. And I can tell you the shadows are now going across. It has now completely engulfed the pitch. So I don't know if it's going to be a little difficult for the batsmen to negotiate. But no indication of anything from the umpires.
So the battle lines has been drawn here. Orlando Baker and the company, they trots off. The youngster, he comes off. And we are now back on play here. 10 to win from 5 balls. Junaid, here he is. 10, defending 10. 5 balls remaining. It's chopped into the ground. Fowler can't score. He remains on 56. 4 balls remaining. Still 10 to get. Junaid with 6 in the over so far. He was belted out of the park with a big hit. And now comes back with a dot ball. Here is Fowler. 56. 10 to win from 4. Oh, he goes through the offside. 1 bounce and he goes away for 4. So 4 runs off the bat of Fowler. He goes up to 60. And it's 6 runs to win from 3 balls, Audley.
It's looking better for the batters. It's looking better. 6 from 3. Wow. It could be all over with 1 shot. But so they don't have to do it with 1 shot.
So you've got to say that's a smart bit of batting here from Fowler. He knows the onside field is well populated. He knows there are quite a few fielders on the onside, bracing the boundary. He goes offside. Very smart batting here from Fowler. He goes up to 60. 3 runs to win. 6 runs to win from 3 balls. And he goes down the ground. They scamper through for 1. And now it's up to Sonny Patel. Can he pull this off? Fowler off strike. Fowler is on 61, but it's not relevant now. The relevant thing is 5 to win from 2 balls. Sonny Patel on strike. He's on 9. Sonny Patel has had a good tournament bowling-wise. He hasn't had many batting opportunities. And so he comes in here with 2 balls to get 5 runs. Oh, he goes big! Oh. He goes big!
He's caught. He's caught.
So number 11 takes the catch. Sonny Patel is gone. He goes for 9 and 1 ball. 1 ball to get 5 runs. 1 ball to get 5 runs. What a game. Sonny Patel goes.
Now they need a 6. Now they win a 6. And Fowler will be facing. He is the informed batter. So it's 4 to tie, 5 to win. But a 4 is not going to help. It's going to be a tie. So you just want to make sure that you get a 6 out of this one, winning the match.
So we were blinded there by the side screen, so we didn't get a chance to see what happened there. But we waited for the umpire call, and all we saw was a finger up. And that's the end of Sonny Patel. So new batsman out to the middle.
It was looking to us as if it was going to be a 6. But as we are, blinded by the side screen, just to find out it was a catch.
So last ball coming up. They need 5. Elmore Hutchison, the batsman who goes out to the middle, but Fowler will be the man who strikes. 61. One ball to come. 4 will tie the game. 5 will win it. Here is he gets it onto the turf, and that's it. U.S. All-Stars has gone into the final. So U.S. All-Stars will face Al Masafi in the final. They have defeated the Indian Lions by 4 runs. So that's the end of this one. Indian Lion loses, and it's U.S. All-Stars into the final, oddly. They will meet Al Masafi.
This was a very good match. You know, when the U.S. All-Stars, when the Indian Lions made a 165 or 168, I thought it was not, enough runs. I thought they were just a little short, but as it turns out, they defended that score vigorously, coming up with a 4-run victory. They deserved it, so they really deserved it. And they deserved it, and they are very jubilant out there. Of course, one side is going to be dejected, and the other side is going to be, of course, joyous. It's cricket. Somebody will have to win. Had it not been the case, if there's a tie, I think they'll have a super over bowl off, and yeah, so it's going to be a tight one for man of the match here in this match. It's going to be a tight one, man of the match. Ivor?
No, well, the adjudicators, they're going to have to be pulling out all the stops, going back to the scorecard, because there's some good, what should I say, contributions from some of the players, but we have to see the one that had the most impact at what time of the game. That's where you're going to come up with the man of the match, the impact player.
Had the Indians won this match, then we would definitely have to say Fowler, but Ashmel came in and put a break on the runs, and also he took some wickets, so it could be Ashmel as the man of the match.
Well, I know one happy camper is our fellow commentator, Dylan. He is going to be the happiest guy in the camp. At least he graces us with his presence every now and again. His team is in the finals, and I am sure that he is a happy camper. Well, that's it from us here until the presentation. We will stop and wait for the presentation.
fire, give you reason, take you higher. Let's rejoice in the beautiful game. And together at the end of the day, we all say when I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like the waving flag. And then it goes back, and then it goes back, and then it goes back.
Welcome Trinidad and Tobago. Well, we've actually reached the finals of the U.S. Open today, and it's the Cavaliers. They're coming up against the U.S. Tigers. A wonderful atmosphere here, great sunshine, wonderful weather indeed, and a very, very good pitch. It seems as if the ball is coming on, and looking at the pitch, definitely we should see a lot of runs scored on this today. Well, we are here at the toss, and we are awaiting both captains. Well, tournament official Zafar has the coin, and we are now going to do the throwing course.
You're going to put best foot forward to play the best game of the tournament today, right? And hopefully the best team will win. Okay. At this point, I'd like to introduce the owner of the organizer of the T20 tournament, and Mr. MAQ to say a few words, and then do the proper toss. Right.
Good evening, and this is the final for U.S. Open for sixth final is on this ground on the stadium, Broward County. And there's a two winner of the team's captain is here. One is Sanju Patel for U.S. Tiger, and Davidson is from ATF Gladiator. So both is have the good luck, and then we want to spin the toss for them, and who was the big champion. This is head, and this is the tail. Who's going to call?
I'm going to call.
I'm going to call, and then toss spin.
Heads.
Is the heads.
Gladiator
Is the heads, and
Gladiator will be batting.
Gladiator the batting, and I have few moment with him, the Gladiator. So you win the toss, and why you choose to have batting?
We've been batting first so far throughout the tournament, and we just want to continue like that.
But this is your first day you playing on this turf wickets. You've been playing outfields, and you have any new players has been changed outside to bring the turf wickets?
Yeah, we have a lot of experienced guys on turf wickets from out the Caribbean, and guys that been playing international cricket from Canada also. So we are fairly comfortable with what we have.
So you have very good threes on this U.S. Open for this year, and you've been beating up. You non-defeated any. You continue came here to the win the final on U.S. Open. Congratulations to you, and we'll see you on the game. And here's the second captain, which is for U.S. Tiger, which is just win the semi-final. Now in final, Sanju Patel, and you lost the toss, but you didn't call, but you lost the toss eventually. And then I know you have been playing on this third game. This is the fourth game for this U.S. Open.
Correct.
For today, the fourth
game. Stadium, correct.
Stadium. So you have a lot of experience, and I have good luck. Both you guys wish for good tournament, and we'll see you the champion, one of them. But from my standpoint for Cricket Council, both is the champion. They made it in championship. Both is the champion. So just play the best cricket. Thank you. Let's play U.S. Open MAQ TV. Whoa.
Freedom, give you fire, give you reason, take you higher. Let's rejoice in the
just run away, get away from them. You have to keeping the scoreboard moving and perhaps pick their spot.
I have got with me Mr. Dave Camero, the president of West Indian Cricket Board, and he is so lucky for the West Indian cricket that West Indies team won 2014 World T20, and then they won 2016 World T20, and then beside that they won under 19 World Cup in Bangladesh and women cricket. So I'm going to talk about the cricket in West Indies particularly and the cricket in Florida. Dave, thank you very much for giving me your time. Firstly, I'll ask that it's quite near to Jamaica, this Fort Lauderdale and this cricket stadium, and West Indian Cricket Board organized the T20 match between India and West Indies. How do you see the future of cricket in USA?
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Big. Thanks for inviting me to speak. Yeah, Jamaica is only 90 minutes away by airplane from here, so we actually see Florida as we call Kingston 21, almost a part of Jamaica. So we're always happy being here. In terms of the future, we believe that the USA and what cricket could be in the USA will be a big factor in how West Indies cricket is shaped. You know, we see cricket in the USA giving more of our players opportunity for college education, etc., which is a big thing that's lacking in the cricket infrastructure in the region.
How was the experience of organizing the T20 versus India? It was jam-packed stadium. Everyone had an eye on that. It was record-breaking match, most runs scored in the T20 match. How was that experience, Mr. Dave?
It was very, very good. But we've done it before against New Zealand back in 2012. Was never the size grand affair in terms of the number of persons who turned out. But we had a good experience then, and we knew with the right teams and the timing, we could have had a good experience. Now, going forward, we want to be doing these kinds of matches in the future.
You are attending the ICC meetings. Did you actually discuss about bringing cricket to this USA and particularly the stadium which is in Florida?
Yeah, we're constantly having dialogue with all the full member countries, particularly when they come over for matches in the West Indies, how we could actually extend the tour and have some matches in the USA. Not necessarily only Florida. Because I believe if we're going to grow the cricket in the USA, then we need to look at all the states as much as possible.
Pakistan is coming to West Indies, and last time when they visited, they just played one-day international matches or T20. This time they are going for a full cricket series, test matches, one-day international matches. Do you have any plan to organize any match outside West Indies?
Well, like I said, we are always talking to our neighbors, to our counterparts in the West, in the world, about playing matches outside of the tour when they come over. So we are in discussion, and hopefully we may have a good surprise soon.
Pakistan played against West Indies in UAE earlier this year, and after being beaten in the ODI, T20 and Test series, they came back. They won the last Test match. How do you see West Indies? Is West Indies going to give tough time to Pakistan when they visit West Indies? Because it's very difficult for the Pakistani cricketers to play the fast bowling, particularly on the Caribbean pitches.
Well, you've said it. So we will have all fast pitches, all fast bowlers bowling against Pakistan players.
So one thing which is actually the people are asking, Mr. Dave, that how do you see the future of West Indian cricket? Because 80s they were dominating the world, and then their performance came down. And once again, under your tenure, because you were elected president in 2013, and West Indies won 2014 World T20 and then 2016 World T20. So how do you see the future? How do you see the talent in the Caribbean which can boost West Indian cricket to the top level?
Well, we have a couple of challenges. We are small member states, small economies, producing very, very talented players. And I think we have to figure out how we move forward with that. And that is going to affect the longer format of the game. But in the last 2 years, one of the things we've done is we've now put in a proper domestic structure. And that is redounding to the players you're seeing now. I mean, we're here in Florida, and I think we have about 10 players playing out there. We have 15 players coming back from Zimbabwe tour, and we have another 90 players playing in the region in our first class setup. That says we're having quality players. It's how we develop them and move it forward. So put it this way, where we're at in West Indies cricket, we've won a couple of tournaments this year. We've beaten Pakistan the first time in 26 years away from home. That says to us that we're on the right path. Challenges are ahead, and we just have to deal with them.
As you said, they are different islands and they are gelled together at the West Indian cricket team. Controversies, they are always after the West Indian cricket. So how do you manage, Mr. Dave, being the president of West Indian Cricket Board, how do you manage all these things?
Just keep smiling. You take the good with the bad and you stay even as much as possible. I mean, you know, the truth is, when you talk to people, it's not about Dave Cameron. We just want to win. We're just like Pakistanis and Indians. We're very passionate about the game. And if we're not winning, then it has to be the administration, because it's never about our players. And we get that. And so we continue to work every day to just keep winning more and more. And that's our job.
The last question, MAQ has organized, he has been organizing cricket here in Florida, providing players all the facilities, all the opportunities. How do you see, it is the individual effort of MAQ and the people in USA, they are coming forward, they are organizing matches, but this tournament, US Open, is quite popular. So how do you say something about organization of this tournament and the people who are running this show?
No, I think MAQ has done a very good job. In terms of the players he's been able to bring into this tournament. The cricket has been good. I'm a little disappointed that we don't have more crowds here, and I will speak to MAQ about that, how we can actually get more people coming out and watching the game. But the cricket has been good. I'm enjoying it so far, and we'll support it as much as possible.
Thank you so much, Mr. Dave, gave us your time. Mr. Dave Cameron, the president of West Indian Cricket Board, is quite optimistic. He is hopeful that cricket in USA one day will come. And he said that not only Florida, they are trying the other cities of USA to actually host the international cricket when they get a good infrastructure. मेरे साथ इस वक्त मौजूद हैं लुत्फी हसन साहब, और लुत्फी हसन साहब जो हैं, इनसे हम ह्यूस्टन की क्रिकेट के हवाले से बात करेंगे, क्योंकि यूएसए में जो क्रिकेट है कहा जाता है ह्यूस्टन, फिर फ्लोरिडा और जो होती है, लेकिन ह्यूस्टन में एक क्रिकेट ग्राउंड ऑलरेडी बन चुका है, यहाँ फ्लोरिडा में मैचेस हो रहे हैं क्रिकेट ग्राउंड पर। लुत्फी साहब, सबसे पहले तो ये बताइए कि आपके हवाले से सुनने में आया कि एक तो आप ह्यूस्टन की टीम को यहाँ लेकर आए खेलने के, लेकिन आपके हवाले से सुनने में आया कि आपका भी कोई इरादा है क्रिकेट ग्राउंड बनाने का ह्यूस्टन में, थोड़ा सा उसके बारे में बताएं।
जी, मेरा इंशाल्लाह इरादा इस तरह से हुआ है कि शुरू से आई एम पैशनेट अबाउट क्रिकेट। हम खुद भी, मैं हैव प्लेड एट द स्कूल लेवल, तो शुरू से इंटरेस्ट रहा है। तो जब ये मैक ने मुझे अप्रोच किया कुछ साल पहले, और इनफैक्ट बॉबी रिफाई ने भी रेफर किया था कि भाई ये मैक जो है काफ़ी इन्वॉल्व है, वो चाहते हैं कि ह्यूस्टन के साथ मिलके कुछ करें। तो हम जो है इंटरेस्ट लेना शुरू किए लास्ट ईयर, और ये जो अब यूएसए कप यहाँ हुआ है, तो हमने कहा लेट्स पुट टुगेदर अ टीम, और ह्यूस्टन स्टैलियंस हमने टीम बनाई और फिर हम यहाँ लेके आए और खेले, और माशाल्लाह वी हैव डन वेल, सेमीफाइनल्स तक पहुँच गए। तो अब इंथुजियाज्म थोड़ा और बढ़ गया है, नॉच अप। तो अल्लाह के फजल से, बिकॉज ऑफ द कॉन्टैक्ट्स वी हैव इन ह्यूस्टन एंड इन टेक्सास एंड अराउंड द कंट्री, तो आई थिंक हमारे पास ये पोटेंशियल है कि वी कैन पुट टुगेदर अ वेरी नाइस स्टेडियम। اب اس میں یہ ہے کہ ایک پراپر اسٹیبلشمنٹ چاہیے اس کے لیے. تو آئی بلیو ان آرگنائزیشنل جو ہے اسٹرکچر, آئی بلیو ان ہیونگ این انسٹیٹیوشن. یہ مام اینڈ پاپ آپریشن جو ہے وہ نہیں چلنے والا ہے, وہ ویسے ہی رہے گا. تو بیکاز آف مائی بزنس بیک گراؤنڈ آئی تھنک آئی برنگ ویلیو. تو میرا بیٹا ہے سفیر, اس نے یہ ٹیم لی ہے جو پارٹیسپیٹ کی ہے. میرے پارٹنر ہیں طاہر بٹی صاحب فرام ہیوسٹن. تو ہم اینڈ مائی سن ایکچولی سفیر. تو آئی ایم بیسیکلی پرووائڈنگ دیم ود گائیڈنس ایڈوائس. تو
قطع کلامی ہوتی, کوئی جگہ بھی آپ نے منتخب کی گراؤنڈ کے حوالے سے, کیونکہ گراؤنڈ بنانا ایک جان جوکھوں کا کام ہے, مشکل کام ہے, اور آپ کے بارے میں لوگ یہ کہتے ہیں کہ آپ ماشاءاللہ بڑے انفلوئنشل ہیں, تعلقات ہیں آپ کے. تو گراؤنڈ بنانے کے لیے کوئی جگہ وغیرہ آپ نے اپنے ذہن میں دیکھی؟
جی, ہمارے ایکچولی خود کی پراپرٹی ہے جو کہ میرے بھائی کی اویلیبل ہے, انہیں آفر بھی کی ہے, اور وہ اتنے بڑی فیسلٹی ہے کہ اس کو کنورٹ کیا جا سکتا ہے, اور اٹ از ان دا ہارٹ آف ہیوسٹن. یہ سمجھ لیں کہ ہیوسٹن کی کہیں بھی جگہ سے, ایئرپورٹ سے یا شوگر لینڈ سے, کہیں بھی ڈاؤن ٹاؤن سے 20-25 منٹ میں آدمی پہنچ سکتا ہے, بیکاز اٹس رائٹ آن دی فری وے. تو یہ لوکیشن بہت ہی اٹریکٹیو ہے. بس اس سے ہٹ کے بھی اگر ہم کو چاہیے کوئی سٹی میں یا کاؤنٹی میں, بیکاز آف دا ریسورسز وی ہیو, دا کنیکشنز وی ہیو ود دی الیکٹڈ آفیشلز, تو یہ چیز کوئی ہمارے لیے چیلنج نہیں رکھتی کہ ہم ان سے فری جو ہے لینڈ جو ہے ایکوائر کریں, ٹیکس ابیٹمنٹ لیں, کیونکہ وہ چاہتے ہیں کہ اس طرح کا ہیوسٹن میں اسپورٹس کا پروموشن ہو, تاکہ پھر ہم جو ہے فورن جو ہے فینس کو وہاں پہ انوائٹ کریں, اور اس اکانومی کا امپیکٹ ہوتا ہے اس کا. تو ابھی آپ کو شاید پتا ہوگا کہ سپر بول ہونے والا ہے ہیوسٹن میں, تو دیر از اے لاٹ آف ایکسائٹمنٹ. تو ہیوسٹن جو ہے از اے ویری ڈیورسفائڈ سٹی ایز یو نو. تو تقریباً 250,000 کی ہماری ساؤتھ ایشین اس وقت پاپولیشن ہے. تو اور اس میں میجورٹی آف دا پیپل دے لو کرکٹ. تو یہ مسنگ ہے کرکٹ کا جو اسپورٹ ہے, تو ہم چاہتے ہیں کہ اس کو بڑے پیمانے پہ انٹروڈیوس کریں.
آخری سوال, ٹورنامنٹس ہیوسٹن میں ہو رہے ہیں, ہیوسٹن میں آل اسٹارز 11 کا میچ ہوا بیس بال کے کرکٹ اسٹیڈیم میں, پھر اس کے علاوہ ایک رحمت اللہ کے نام سے ٹورنامنٹ ہوتا ہے, ابھی حال ہی میں 2-10 کے نام سے ٹورنامنٹ ہوا. تو آپ سمجھتے ہیں کہ آپ ابھی گراؤنڈ تو آپ سوچ رہے ہیں کہ اٹ از ان دا انیشیل اسٹیج, لیکن آپ سمجھتے ہیں کہ آپ بھی اپنا حصہ ڈال سکتے ہیں بائی آرگنائزنگ اے کرکٹ ٹورنامنٹ ان ہیوسٹن؟
جی, یہ جو ہوا ہے اٹ از این ایسٹ. جو ہوا ہے وہ اس کی وجہ سے ہی ایکچولی اور ایکسائٹمنٹ بڑھتا جا رہا ہے. تو آئی تھنک ہم جو کرنا چاہتے ہیں وہ کچھ اور لیول پہ کرنا چاہتے ہیں آن اے گلوبل اسکیل, جس میں آئی سی سی کا جو ہے اس میں اپروو گراؤنڈ ہوگا, ان کی پچ ہوگی, اور پھر بی سی سی آئی سے بھی اور پاکستان کے بورڈ سے ساروں سے جو ہے ہم چاہتے ہیں کہ مل کے اپروول کے ساتھ اس کو پروموٹ کریں. تو بیسیکلی گلوبل اسکیل پہ ہم کرنا چاہ رہے ہیں, تو ٹیک اٹ ٹو دا ہائیسٹ لیول انشاءاللہ.
ایک اور آخری سوال میں, آپ کا تعلق حیدرآباد دکن سے, اظہر الدین, بے شمار کرکٹرز وہاں سے آئے, پاکستان کے آصف اقبال رضوی, ہی یوز ٹو پلے رانجی ٹرافی وین ہی واز ان حیدرآباد, غلام احمد. تو آپ کو شوق تو ہے کرکٹ کا, تو آپ سمجھتے ہیں کہ انڈیا پاکستان سے کرکٹرز بلا کر, ابھی تو آپ نے ویسٹ انڈین کرکٹرز میں دیکھا, سیموئل بدری واز پلئنگ فار یور ٹیم, انفارچونیٹلی گاٹ انفٹ بفور دا سیمی فائنل. تو اب آپ نے یہ کوئی پلان بنایا کہ کچھ اس طرح کے کرکٹرز کو انڈو پاک سے بلایا جائے, اور ان کی کرکٹ کو نہ صرف امپروو کرنے میں آپ اپنا رول پلے کریں, بلکہ ان کو اور انکریجمنٹ بھی ملے؟
نہیں, بالکل ڈیفینیٹلی یہ ارادہ ہے. اور آپ دیکھیں کہ ہمارے جو کوچ ہیں عابد علی صاحب رہے ہیں, تو سید عابد علی آبویسلی ٹیسٹ کرکٹر وہی زمانے کے ہیں جو انہوں نے حیدرآباد کو ریپرزینٹ کیا اور پھر ایز اے کنٹری جو ہے ریپرزینٹ کیا. تو ان کو ہم کیسے بھول سکتے ہیں؟ ان کا جو کنٹریبیوشن ہے اس کو ہم بہت ویلیو کرتے ہیں, اور انشاءاللہ ہمارا ارادہ ہے کہ ان سے ایڈوائس لیں, ان کو انوالو رکھیں, اور یہ جو لوگ ہیں وہ ان کا پیشن ابھی تک جاری ہے اور وہ رہے گا, اور ان کو ایک لائف لائن ملتی ہے جب ان کو انوالو کریں. تو آئی فیل ویری گڈ اباؤٹ اٹ. تو انشاءاللہ وی ول ڈو دیٹ. دیٹس واٹ آئی فیل کہ ہم لوگ کو جو ہے کرنا چاہیے. سو
تھینک یو ویری مچ. بہت بہت شکریہ لطفی حسن صاحب کی. آپ نے گفتگو ملاحظہ کی ہیوسٹن کے حوالے سے, ہیوسٹن کی کرکٹ کے حوالے سے, اور پھر جس انداز سے یہ گفتگو کر رہے ہیں کہ انوالومنٹ ہو لوگوں کا. عابد علی فارمر انڈین ٹیسٹ کرکٹر جو یو اے ای کے بھی کوچ رہے, اور ان کا بھی انوالومنٹ ہو, تو یقیناً یہ ایک اچھا سائن ہے یو ایس اے کرکٹ کے پوائنٹ آف ویو سے. میرے ساتھ اس وقت موجود ہیں امین مارکیٹیا, اور یہ یو ایس اوپن جو ٹورنامنٹ ہوتا ہے اس کے ساتھ وابستہ ہیں. پس پردہ یہ سامنے نہیں آتے, لیکن پس پردہ رہ کر یہ جو رول پلے کر رہے ہیں اس ٹورنامنٹ کی کامیابی میں, وہ یقیناً بہت کم لوگوں کو معلوم ہے. ان سے ہم بات کرتے ہیں. کراچی سے ان کا تعلق. امین بھائی یہ تو بتائیے سب سے پہلے کہ میمن کمیونٹی سے آپ کا تعلق, اور پاکستان میں ایک ہی میمن ٹیسٹ کرکٹر آیا, آپ جانتے ہوں, حنیف محمد تو گجرات سے آئے تھے, لیکن اصل میمن اقبال قاسم.
جی جی جی.
کب سے آپ کتنے عرصے سے وابستہ ہیں
کرکٹ سے؟ تو شروع سے ہے, جب پہلے کھیلتے تھے یہاں لیگز میں, اور اس کے بعد 2004 میں ہم نے ڈیسائیڈ کیا کہ اپنی خود کی کونسل, کرکٹ کونسل یو ایس اے اسٹیبلش ہوئی ہے. اس وقت سے ہم بابی بھی اس وقت موجود تھے اس کے اندر. پھر ہم نے کافی 8واں سال ہے یو ایس اوپن کا یہ, اور میں چیئر کرتا ہوں بورڈ آف ڈائریکٹرس کو. تو میں بہائنڈ دا سین بھی رہتا ہوں اور آگے بھی رہتا ہوں. تو الحمدللہ ٹورنامنٹ گرو ہو رہا ہے ایوری ایئر. زیادہ باہر کے انٹرنیشنل پلیئرز بہت آ رہے ہیں, اور ہم نے ریجنل بھی 8 ریجن بنائے ہیں کنٹری میں, تو اس پہ ینگ ٹیلنٹ کو گرو کرتے ہیں. تو ہر ٹورنامنٹ میں آپ کو یو ایس کے جو ٹاپ 30 لوگ ہیں وہ شامل ملیں گے, انٹرنیشنل کرکٹرز ملیں گے. ہمارے الائنس بھی کافی ہوئے ہیں جو ایسے لوگ ہیں جو وہ چاہتے ہیں کہ یو ایس میں ہائی لیول پہ کرکٹ آئے. تو ہمیں بہت سپورٹ مل رہا ہے ان کی طرف سے بھی. لیکن یو ایس میں عام پبلک جو امریکن پبلک ہے وہ کرکٹ نہیں کھیلتی, اور نہ اتنے شائقین آپ کو ملیں گے باہر. تو وہ ایک ڈیفیکلٹی ہے. اب جیسے آئی سی سی بہت انوالو ہوئی ہے ریسنٹلی, تو آئی سی سی نے بڑے کچھ ایونٹس بھی کیے ہیں. سچن تندولکر اپنی ٹیم لیجنڈز کے لیے, وسیم اکرم اس میں تھے, اور شعیب اختر بھی تھے جی. تو وہ ان سے تھوڑا سا پش ملا ہے. پھر ابھی انڈیا نے ویسٹ انڈیز سے کھیلا ریسنٹلی اسی اسٹیڈیم میں. تو یہ تھوڑی بہت پازیٹیو چیزیں ہیں جو ہمیں انکریج کر رہی ہے کہ انشاءاللہ بہت جلد, اور سنا ہے مارچ میں پاکستان بھی شاید ادھر کھیلنے آئے. تو اس طرح اگر یہ چلتا رہا تو ہم آسان ہو جائے گا کرکٹ کو پروموٹ کرنا.
مارکیٹنگ پوائنٹ آف ویو سے, کیونکہ آپ مارکیٹنگ کے مین آدمی ہیں, کرکٹ تو آپ کھیلے ہیں, مارکیٹنگ پوائنٹ آف ویو سے کیسے دیکھتے ہیں اس کو, کس طرح سے ایک پروڈکٹ بنایا جا سکتا ہے؟
پروڈکٹ تو دیکھیں لانگ ٹرم تو اگر اس ملک کے بچے ہی کرکٹ کھیل کے بڑے ہوں تو ان کے لوکل فین ہوں گے. جب تک ایسا نہیں ہوتا تو میرا خیال ہے کہ انٹرنیشنل پلیئرز اگر زیادہ آتے ہیں تو میڈیا اٹریکٹ ہوتا ہے, اور میڈیا جو اٹریکٹ ہوتا ہے تو انٹرنیشنل آڈینس ملتا ہے, اور اس کے بعد آپ کو مطلب براڈ کاسٹنگ جو ڈیلز ملتی ہیں, تو اس سے آپ ایک اچھا پروگرام کر سکتے ہیں. اور ظاہر اسپانسرشپ نہ ہو, ریونیو نہ ہو تو بہت مشکل ہے پرائیویٹ لیول پہ بہت بڑے ایونٹ کروانا.
لاسٹ ایئر آپ کا پورا ٹورنامنٹ بارش کی نظر ہو گیا تھا. اس طرح کی چیزیں اگر آتی ہیں تو آپ لوگ مطلب ڈٹرمن ہیں بڑے کہ آپ نے کرانا ہے. میں نے میک سے بھی بات کی, اور ڈیو کیمرون سے بھی جب میں نے ان کا انٹرویو کیا, تو آپ سمجھتے ہیں کہ یہ مشکلات وغیرہ آئیں تو چونکہ آپ کو پیشن ہے تو آپ ان کو خاطر میں نہیں لاتے, یا پھر یہ مشکلات جب آتی ہیں تو پریشانی کا باعث بنتی ہیں آپ کے لیے؟
نہیں, ہر پرابلم کے اندر ایک کچھ اپرچونیٹی ہوتی ہے چیزیں فکس کرنے کی. جب ہر سال ہم دسمبر میں کرتے ہیں تو اس وقت بہت بارش ہوتی ہے, تو اس بار ہم نے تھینکس گیونگ کے تھوڑا سا ارلی کر دیا. اور جہاں تک کراؤڈ نہ آنے کا سلسلہ ہے تو ہمیں لگتا ہے کہ شاید میں سجیسٹ کرتا ہوں نیکسٹ ٹائم ہم شاید کسی اور سٹی میں کریں, جہاں نیو یارک نیو جرسی کے ایریا میں اگر ہم ٹورنامنٹ کرتے ہیں تو وہاں لوکل پاپولیشن اتنی زیادہ ہے کہ اگر کچھ بھی آئیں گے تو بھر جائے گا اسٹیڈیم. تو ہر بار آپ کچھ سوچتے ہیں کہ نیا کیا جائے, تو میرے خیال میں کچھ سولوشنز تو یہ ہیں. فلوریڈا میں ہر وقت بارش ہوتی ہے, بہت بڑا سیزن ہے, اور نارتھ میں بہت کم وقت ہوتا ہے, 2-3 مہینے کا ونڈو ہوتا ہے جب آپ ٹورنامنٹ کر سکو. وہاں اسٹیڈیم بھی اویلیبل نہیں ہے, اور نہ یہ واحد ریکگنائز اسٹیڈیم ہے جس طرح آپ نے سنا ہوگا پہلے بھی. تو یس ہم لوگ چھوڑیں گے تو نہیں, ہم 99 سے لگے ہوئے ہیں, تو اب تو چھوڑنے کی وقت تو عادت پڑ گئی کرکٹ کی.
آخری سوال امین بھائی یہ بتائیں کہ لائٹس کے ٹاورز جو ہیں, جو آئی سی سی نے بھی آبجیکٹ کیا کہ لائٹس از ناٹ سفیشینٹ, سو دیٹس وائی یو پلیڈ آل دا میچز آن دس گراؤنڈ انڈر ڈے لائٹ, تو اس کے امپروومنٹ کے لیے بھی کوئی کاؤنٹی وانٹی سے بات چلی ہے آپ کی؟
एक्चुअली काउंटी ने जब ये स्टेडियम शुरू किया था तो यहाँ चूँकि कैरेबियन कम्युनिटी रहती है उससे इनकरेज होकर उन्होंने किया था, लेकिन चूँकि पिछले 5-6 साल से काउंटी इतनी इनकरेज नहीं थी, वो कह रही थी कि प्रोग्राम नहीं होते ना इवेंट्स होते हैं, तो दे वर वेरी डिस्करेज। अब सॉकर की टीम में भी इसको शेयर करती हैं, लेकिन जो लाइट का प्रॉब्लम है वो शायद है कि जो हाई डेफिनेशन रिकॉर्डिंग्स वगैरह में प्रॉब्लम होती है, तो डे टाइम के लिए तो आइडियल्स है, लेकिन जो बड़े इवेंट्स हुए हैं उन्होंने एडिशनल लाइट टेम्परेरी लगाई हैं। तमाम जितने बड़े इवेंट्स हुए हैं तो एक्स्ट्रा पोल्स यहाँ रेंटल लाए गए हैं, तो वो अब शॉर्ट टर्म सोल्यूशन वो है। लेकिन काउंटी अब बहुत इनकरेज हो गई है इससे, क्योंकि बहुत बड़ा रेवेन्यू स्ट्रीम है काउंटी के लिए, सिटी के लिए रेवेन्यू टैक्स जनरेट होता है, तो वो चाहते हैं कि अब ऐसे इवेंट ज़्यादा हों। तो अभी इसी साल उन्होंने 2 पोल पीछे जो मूव किया स्टेडियम से पे, जो एक उनको मूव करने में $1 मिलियन का ऑलमोस्ट कॉस्ट था सिर्फ मूव करने का, तो ऑब्वियसली वो हर साल काफ़ी चीज़ें कर रहे हैं, और रिक्वायरमेंट आईसीसी की जो नई आती रही हैं उसके हिसाब से वो मीडिया सेंटर नया बनाएंगे, और जो टेम्प्रेरी सेटअप करना पड़ता है कैमरा क्रू के लिए, तो स्कैफोल्ड्स लगानी पड़ती हैं, तो उसको वो परमानेंट फिक्सर बनाएंगे ताकि इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट के दौरान बहुत ज़्यादा एडिशनल काम ना करना पड़े।
आखिरी सवाल, आपका पैशन है क्रिकेट और क्रिकेट के साथ अटैच हैं, कितना खुश होते हैं आपके जब ये टूर्नामेंट, जब ग्राउंड था, जब ग्राउंड बना, उसके बाद मैचेस हुए, इसकी ओपनिंग हुई, विद द पैसेज ऑफ टाइम अब ये फेमिलियर होता जा रहा है दुनिया में, तो कितनी सेटिस्फेक्शन होती है?
वही क्रिकेट तो एक बीमारी है, ठीक है, जिसको हो गई इसको हो गई, तो वो बस वो जो भी इसमें शामिल है, मैं नहीं, जितने लोग भी शामिल हैं, जो आपको याद होगा छोटे तो रेडियो पे सब सुन रहे हैं, और टेस्ट मैच लोग देखा करते थे, अब 2020 का टाइम नहीं होता, लेकिन ये कि लोग टेस्ट मैच भी देखा करते थे, तो शौक तो है अपनी जगह, लेकिन एक रीजनेबल सेंसिबल रिजल्ट ना आए बहुत लॉन्ग टर्म, तो फिर आदमी सोचता है कि ये फीजिबल नहीं है। आप एक चीज़ को एक सर्टेन टाइम तक कर सकते हैं, लेकिन अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह चूँकि इस राइट टाइम पे आईसीसी इन्वॉल्व हुआ है और इंकरेजमेंट है कि इट्स गोना गो टू नेक्स्ट लेवल इंशाल्लाह।
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया अमीन साहब। अमीन मार्केटिया ये हमसे बात कर रहे थे, जो इस यूएस ओपन टेनिस टूर्नामेंट के रूए रवां भी हैं, यकीनन इनसे की गई गुफ्तगू आपको पसंद आई होगी।
But we're speaking about players coming from all over the world. A number of Pakistanis are here, a number of Indians are here. There are also players from Canada and players from the West Indies. But joining that and adding to the flavor, we have players from Australia as well. Let's like to welcome Matt Armstrong. Matt, have you been enjoying your time here at the US Open?
I certainly have. Let me just start with a quick apology. If I knew we were going to be interviewed today, I would have dressed a little bit nicer. But yeah, I'm definitely enjoying my time. It's great to play with some senior players, former internationals, and guys that are playing first-class cricket at the moment, and take back that knowledge back to Australia for my own benefit.
And you come from a well-structured environment in terms of cricket. How do you compare what you're seeing here to what you have back home?
He is fantastic from the top-end production point of view, I think, but for a developing country to be able to put on a tournament like this is really something special. I think it's a credit to the organisation to be able to put something on so professional. I think the next level for these guys here now is to try and get into the schools and get the kids playing. You've got the big production that people like to see. If you can get in the schools now with the plastic bats and getting lots of kids playing cricket, then the next generation of American-born cricketers will come through and be strong international players.
Yeah, that's wonderful, and that really speaks of development. That's a development blueprint you're giving out there, and hopefully the people here can catch up. Cricket Council USA, the owners of this tournament, has actually started to go into the schools. Just recently, they went into the Plantation Middle School to start cricket, and they were well received. So that's very important as well. But just looking at your development now as a cricketer, what can you take from this tournament?
For me, so I live in a rural area back in Australia, so I played some high-level cricket in the cities when I was younger, and I've now moved to a rural area.
And that area is?
Albury Wodonga, so we're about halfway between Melbourne and Sydney. So we play in what's called a regional bash. It's one level down below the big bash in Australia. So we have a lot of good country cricketers and people that are good players but have never gone on to bigger things. So for us, definitely taking back some knowledge, having the opportunity to sit down with Hassan and Saeed and some of the senior players, look at the tactics from the international guys, and then we can take that back and implement that at the regional level. We'll be 1 or 2 steps above the guys that we play against.
Well, wonderful. I want to wish you all the best, not only here, but in your career back in Australia.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, you heard it there from Matt Armstrong, giving a perspective from down under.
AGMG champions, US Open cricket. US Open cricket, AGMG champions, US Open cricket. US Open cricket.
We better win this thing. Work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard. We better win this thing. Work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard. My team wake up, we thinking cricket. My team go to bed and we dreaming cricket. In the day we knocking down a wicket. All night we knocking down wickets. First place every day, all day. Canada, Pakistan, Jamaica to the Bay. Number one, numero uno. We play hard, heavy, fast like a sumo.
First place every day, all day. Canada, Pakistan, Jamaica to the Bay. Number one, numero uno. We play hard, heavy, fast like a sumo.
We better win this thing. Work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard. We better win this thing. Work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard.
Speaking about players coming from all over the world, and in walks a man from England now, just to add to what we have here at the US Open T20, and Umar Ullah is joining me. Umar, what has been your experience so far here at the US Open?
Yeah, thanks. It's been a really good experience. I mean, I've been coming for the last couple of years now, and I think it's just developed really well over the course of the few years I've been here. Obviously now it's become franchise cricket. You've got the likes of Saeed Ajman and all these international players, and to play with these kind of guys is a really good experience for me.
And what different do you think you can take away from the tournament? Coming into the tournament, not sitting with Saeed Ajmal, Hassan Raza, Dilhara Lukaheti, not sitting with them before, but sitting with them now. What difference could that make to you and your game?
Obviously, I come from England, so it's the winter now. We're not playing much, and I just play local club cricket, so you don't get to play against the caliber of players that I'm playing with here. And just sitting with them out of the field and seeing the way they talk and the way they go about their business, it kind of rubs off on you. So it's really good to take back to my English season coming in April.
And if I'm to ask you just one thing that you have learned from any one of the international stars, what will that be?
I think Saeed Ajmal really, in the sense that his experience of when he's bowling, what kind of fields to set, and just sussing the batsmen out to see how they play and how to get them out really, or how to contain them. So that would be the main thing for me, how to contain batsmen and set a field accordingly.
Well, Omar, I want to thank you for being on our show and to wish you all the best in your career.
That's great, thank you.
Well, you've heard it there from Umar Ullah, the man from England.
T20, energize your game.
Well, it's always a pleasure to speak to a fellow West Indian. And joining me now is Gajanan Singh. Gajanan Singh has been getting runs in this tournament, tried very hard to get himself out today and did succeed with his score on 28. You have a very crucial role at the top of the order, and you have been delivering for your team.
Yes, I am. I have a role to, get us off to a good start. But I don't think I've been completing the job to see the innings through.
Well, your captain Hassan Raza did speak about you at the toss. I think he's expecting big things from you. And when you have an international player who can pick you and expect big things from you, it must say a lot for your game.
Yeah, the senior guys in the team, Saeed and Hassan, has given the team a lot with their experience, and they've helped the players know their roles, basically, in the team.
and now back home with the professional league being set up and a Guyana Jaguars available. Have you given thought to going back to Guyana and play some first-class cricket?
Yes, I have. I have been back in Guyana for most of this year. I've been playing in the local franchise league. My team, Lower Quarantine, has won the league. But there are not much changes in the Jaguars team, knowing that they've been winning for the past 2 years.
Well, I guess you might want to speak to Omar Khan, your manager here at the U.S. Open, because he then manages the Guyana Amazon Warriors. Who knows?
I was a part of the Warriors training camp they had before the CPL. It was a good experience with Guptill and the other senior guys there as well. You know, you enjoy working with these guys because they bring so much new things to the game.
And with this tournament being transmitted on ESPN3, it provides a platform for you guys to address people in different countries. Hopefully, your performances here could meet with the eyes of the people at the CPL.
Hopefully it does. I know Mr. MAQ and his group has gone a long way to bring this tournament and put it out there for a lot of people to see the unseen talent behind the scenes in cricket in America, especially. You know, they're doing a lot, and I hope they continue to do a lot. I must say congratulations. I think the tournament is well planned, and execution is up to the cricketers.
Yes, wonderful indeed, wonderful, Gajanan. I want to thank you for being here. I want to wish you all the best, and I really look forward to seeing you in the CPL, hopefully.
Thank you very much.
Well, you've heard it there from Gajanan Singh, the man from Guyana in the West Indies.
GMG champions, US Open Cricket. US Open Cricket. GMG champions, US Open Cricket. US Open Cricket.
We better win this thing. Work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard. We better win this thing. Work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard. My team wake up, we thinking cricket. Team go to bed and we dreaming cricket. In the day we knocking down a wicket. All night we knocking down wickets. First place every day, all day. Canada, Pakistan, Jamaica to the Bay. Number one, numero uno. We play hard, heavy, fast like a sumo.
First place every day, all day. Canada, Pakistan, Jamaica to the Bay. Number one, numero uno. We play hard, heavy, fast like a sumo.
We better win this thing. Work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard. We better win this thing. Work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard.
Well, welcome back. And, of course, a number of top players here in the U.S. Open this year. They've added so much to the tournament. And joining me, the Mumbai Indians player, man from India, Jaskaran Malhotra, opening batsman and wicketkeeper, has been getting some scores and contributing to his team. And I'm sure that he's looking forward to better things in this tournament. Welcome, Jaskaran.
Thank you. I would like to thank MAQ Qureshi for putting up a beautiful show, right? Because it gives a platform for players like us and all the international players and, you know, especially the local players in America to come here and rub their shoulders with all the international players. I mean, it's a boost for the United States.
How long you've been playing in this tournament?
This is my third year playing with MAQ, and I just moved to America, so but I only play for MAQ. So for the US Open, I'm with him from last 3 years.
And if you have to judge the competition as compared to others or other T20 tournaments, what do you think?
To be honest, this is one of the best tournaments in America. It has been going on from about 7-8 years, probably more than that. And then from last 3 years, the standard has gone really high because as you see, so many international players coming, domestic players coming from all over the world, not from India, West Indies, Pakistan. So, you know, it gives you an opportunity again to rub your shoulders with those guys, share the dressing room with like world-class players like Saeed Ajmal and all these, Samuel Badri. You know, it gives you a lot of experience, and this has to be one of the bigger tournaments in America, and there are other people who are coming up with tournaments too, so it's good for cricket in America.
Yes, and tell me a bit about yourself. You came from India, and you play there at the domestic level. Give us a little background about your cricket career.
I just came from India. I was playing Ranji Trophy in India, and then I just got married in America. So my wife is from New York, so that's how.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. And then, but I've been playing all over United States. I've been traveling everywhere, Washington, D.C., California, playing all major tournaments in America. So it's going pretty well for me.
And, of course, you miss playing in India?
Obviously, I mean, that's like, see, India is like, England invented cricket, but India is doing like, really well. And then Indian cricket, for me, is like the best right now because of the standard. BCCI is really powerful. But I do miss, but what can you do? This is how it goes.
Yes, definitely. So I want to wish you all the best in your future endeavors and, of course, with your team, the US All-Stars.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. Well, we continue to interview our top players at the US Open tournament, a wonderful tournament so far. And one man who has really added to this tournament, has added to the quality of this tournament, is the Sri Lankan Dilhara Lukaheti. And he is actually playing for the US Open at the US All-Stars. And he has been doing a wonderful job. He has already picked up a Man of the Match award, and today he bowled a beautiful last over that ensured that his team took a victory against the Florida Strikers. And congratulations, you'll be doing pretty well.
Yeah, all the time, last over is a lot of pressure, and I know my ability, how to do the last over, and I'm especially T20 specialist, and as a bowler, and that's why I did my job.
And looking at you play, you were playing actually in Australia before you came across?
Yeah, I'm playing for one league cricket in Australia. I'm playing for Talangata CC. It's in Victoria State. And I'm a professional cricketer. Where I got any opportunity, I'm going to play cricket.
Looking at you on commentary, I did describe you as an Angelo Matthews kind of look-alike player, one who can hit the ball hard, bowl a very stiff medium pace. Yeah. Has Angelo been one of the guys that you look up to?
Yeah, because Angelo was the captain in the team, and that time I'm also in the team. I'm also playing as an all-rounder. Because of that, sometimes I'm not getting chance to play for my country.
Yes, I know, and you are one of the rising men, one of the men who have really done well, and you're doing the right thing. You're going around playing these T20 because you're a T20 specialist. How do you rate US Open? Do you like the quality here?
Yeah, definitely. I have a lot of experience, especially in the T20 format, and I have played a lot of cricket in Dubai T20 format, and this one also, US Open also. I think last year also I've been here, and this is every year coming quality, and that's why I very happy to be here with the All-Star, and especially I like to thanks to MAQ Corporation. Because of him, I've been to this team.
Yes, wonderful indeed. I want to thank you and wish you all the best. Do you think that the US All-Stars will go on and lift the cup and make MAQ happy?
Yeah, because we have 3-4 international players, and we have good talent players, and all the time we try to play hard, and everyone doing their job. That's the main thing. We need to win the trophy.
Well, Dilhara, I want to thank you and wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Well, that was Dilhara Lukaheti, and he was just giving his thoughts on the US Open.
GMG champions, US Open cricket. US Open cricket. Hey, GMG champions, US Open cricket. US Open cricket.
We better win this thing. Work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard. We better win this thing. Work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard. My team wake up, we thinking cricket. Team go to bed and we dreaming cricket. In the day we knocking down a wicket. All night we knocking down wickets. First place every day, all day. Canada, Pakistan, Jamaica to the Bay. Number one, numero numero uno. We play hard, heavy, fast like a sumo.
First place every day, all day. Canada, Pakistan, Jamaica to the Bay. Number one, numero uno. We play hard, heavy, fast like a sumo.
We better win this thing. Work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard. We better win this thing. Work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard.
Well, we're here with Junaid Siddiqui, one of the top players for the U.S. All-Stars, a Canadian national. He did play for them. He did play in the Caribbean Premier League as well, and he's bringing all that experience here. And when you hear the name Junaid Siddiqui, one could think about the Bangladesh player as well. So these guys have very similar names. But, this Junaid tells me he's the better player. Junaid, welcome to our show. You have been doing very well so far for the U.S. All-Stars. Are you enjoying your time here?
I think it's been amazing. This tournament by far the best tournament I have played in North America and overall, because in 4 or 5 days you get to play with so many superstars coming from Pakistan, Australia, name few. It's just a great opportunity for us to just play, and we have been doing good, so it's a happy team.
And obviously it will help you build your game. Being around these guys, what it's like sitting in the dressing room with fellas like Dilhara and these guys?
Dilhara, just name few, Dilhara, Saeed Azmal. For us, it's dream come true. And just learning and see the way they walk, the way they even talk, is just amazing. And every time you're around them, you're learning something.
And obviously you're going to take whatever you learn here back to Canada, with you. Cricket these days in Canada, not in the best of health. You all were playing ICC cricket, and now you don't hear about that anymore. Shed some light, Junaid.
A lot happened previous 2-3 years. We got demoted, and we have been trying really hard from management to player level to go back and get the ODI status back. And I think the guys putting a lot of hours in. We started, and we have a qualifier coming in April, and that's what we're looking forward to move on back.
So you're looking to build, and of course with the young talented players like yourself, you all are looking to get Canadian cricket back on the map.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Well, I want to thank you for being here, and I want to wish you all the best for the rest of the tournament.
Thanks a lot.
Well, you've heard it there from Junaid Siddiqui, one of the talented players here, a man who has a very bright future ahead of him.
AGMG champions, US Open Cricket. US Open Cricket, AGMG champions, US Open Cricket. US Open Cricket.
We better win this thing. Work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard. We better win this thing. Work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard. My team wake up, we thinking cricket. Team go to bed and we dreaming cricket. In the day we knocking down a wicket. All night we knocking down wickets. First place every day, all day. Canada, Pakistan, Jamaica to the Bay. Number one, numero uno. We play hard, heavy, fast like a sumo.
First place every day, all day. Canada, Pakistan, Jamaica to the Bay. Number one, numero uno. We play hard, heavy, fast like a sumo.
We better win this thing. Work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard. We better win this thing. Work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard.
Well, we have been speaking to MAQ all the while, and, about this U.S. Open. It's a tournament that has really caught on. Of course, a vital injection from T20 cricket has helped to make cricket a little more popular up here. MAQ has been doing his part, regardless of all the turbulent times in United States cricket. He has decided to go on his own. But what happens now? It seems that they're all coming back home to roost because the United States Cricket Council, they are supporting him. The ICC, he has finally been able to get approval from the ICC for his tournament as well. And as we have been telling you all the while, 7 years now, this idea
that was born many, many years ago came to fruition. It's 7 years old. We are at the 2014 tournament now. MAQ is with us. MAQ, it must be a great pleasure to, realize another year of the tournament and to come here, 2014. You're 7 years old.
I know it's it seemed like yesterday, but it's not. But so many years now, it's like 7 years, and Win TV always here supporting with the U.S. cricket, especially for U.S. Open. They're the first channels which is I ever seen. They're there and for the U.S. trying to bring the cricket most to watch in Caribbeans and to bring their U.S. also to show them up. They are the supporter for the television there. And our local, when we was playing 2000.